You know what, tonight, midweek, here we are, getting ready for the Rams. Who would have thought, as we saw this team building over the offseason, although we should have, now that you think about it, things have not gone well with the 49ers, as we're noticing. And the injuries, we should actually get ready for that each and every year. We've had this problem each and every year for the last, goes all the way back to Harbaugh. But anyway, Niners versus Rams. It's going to be a early litmus test, fam, of how durable the 2020 roster is. These guys, Shanahan and Lynch, have been building on this roster, or should I say Lynch and his company. Shanahan's had something to say about it, but it's been John Lynch and, of course, Adam Peters and others. But this roster is pretty much, this season is being dictated by the Niners' depth chart and ability to produce positive results while being seriously wounded. Jimmy G will be under the biggest spotlight this week to improve from last week's dismal performance. Will he rise to the occasion? Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, and I don't care who cares and who don't like it. I am a Jimmy G dude. See, because now I'm finding myself everywhere I go. Man, Jimmy G sucks, blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. I keep on waiting. I'm on it. So you know why I do this? Because every time I do this, it works out almost every time. J-Dub, people hated him, had a great year last year. Eric Armstead, people hated him, guess who liked him? I tell you, I got a feeling about G. The ankle's bad right now. He's not going to be able to give you his best game, but there's something in him. There's a light coming from above. This guy's record is ridiculously good. We win way more than we do lose with Jimmy G on the field. On primetime Sunday night, take for instance, you know he's 6-1 in primetime games? I'm telling you right now, hate him all you like, but that's my dude. He gets it done. I don't know how or why. I agree. His talent sometimes is questionable, but somehow he gets it done. I'm with you, G. Anyway, Emmanuel Moseley has returned this week in a blue jersey working out. We'll be going over the details of today's media conference with Coach Kyle Shanahan. Get some quotes and get your feedback on what do you think is going to happen next, right? On this, that's pretty much what we're doing on this midweek discussion before prime time, Sunday night versus the Rams. Dun-dun-dun-dun, bum-dum. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Hey, didn't I participate in practice today? Quan Alexander, fam. If Dre Greenlaw looks real good this week, it's going to be getting really rough for one poor Quan Alexander who just can't stay out of the IR. Dante Johnson's got a groin injury, but not worried about him. Full participation in practice. Jimmy G, of course, the ankle. DJ Jones, the eye, which I'm really delighted because I was worried about DJ Jones. Got to have Mrs. Jones, baby, boy. Because the Rams are running well this year. Yeah. They got rid of Gurley, and the running backs they got now do a pretty good job. They got a duo. Also, Spoon, hamstring did not appear on today's report, which would indicate that he's fine and will be available this Sunday night as well. And I know this little bit of news hurts some 49er fans' feelings because you know how we do. We want everybody that's great. If they're out there and they're available, please bring them to San Francisco, right? Well, Coach Shanahan put any speculation connected to the 49ers and Le'Veon Bell to rest today when asked about potential interest in Le'Veon. Seems Coach is perfectly content with the group of ball carriers that he has now. He just hopes to produce better results on the football field with his current backs. Coach said via Zoom call today, I'm good with our guys. So even if Raheem wasn't back, I don't think that would change much. I think we've got pretty good depth, and I know we're going to get Tevin back soon too, hopefully, unquote. See, Le'Veon, you know how much money Le'Veon cost? even if they wanted Le'Veon, they couldn't have him, All right, hey, let's get into this now. Question from the media today. 2 things on quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo. I noticed you didn't mention him there. Kyle just got through the injury report, right? Is he a full go? Did you have to have any sort of conversation with him after Sunday, just checking in, making sure that he's good mentally and all that? Shanahan responded with not in particular. We watched film together. We talked right there on the sideline. We talk after the game. We talk in the meetings all day. So there was nothing much but just how are you feeling? Is it better or worse? Things like that. But he's ready to go out there and go today. He's still coming back from it, but expect to have a full practice, and I'll evaluate him out there as that is. Unquote. Also, next question: Do you do anything different with Jimmy in practice this week, just in terms of intensity and kind of in testing that ankle out, maybe more strenuously than you did last week? Shannon responded with, "Yeah, I thought we did it pretty good last week." And that's why I think he was able to get through most of the game and probably could have continued to get through most of the game. But I think it prohibited him from being at his best. So we'll do the same things this week. We're not going to hit him or anything, but we still have him move. We still do that stuff, but we're not going to tackle him. We'll see how he plays, if he gets better or worse from it. But I expect him to get better. I don't think he had too many big setbacks last week, so I expect it to feel a little bit better this week. But also, you never know with a high ankle. The only thing that we could test more is tackling him and get him to the ground, and that's something we're not going to do, unquote. See, this is what worries me the most about that. Now, I already knew. I didn't know they were not going to tackle him, and it only makes sense. So you're gonna have to be careful with Jimmy. But the Rams are not going to be careful with him. Aaron Donald can't wait. Aaron Donald's averaging, I think, 2 sacks a week now during the course of the season. Aaron Donald cannot wait to get in there and get him. And you know how our offensive line is right now. According to Mike McGlinchey, though, I got something from what he said earlier today, too. He also said, well, we're starting to get, and we're going to get better. But I was concerned when he said that. They talk about the not being in sync because of the fact that they haven't worked together, not that whole unit at all. They're getting used to each other now. Trent Williams got to get used to Tomlinson. Tomlinson's got to get used to Garland. Garland's got to get used to Brunskill, and of course McGlinchey at the other side. My question was when he said that, well, you guys going to get that done before 2021, or what can we expect here? Because we haven't got all day to wait. So I'm a little concerned about that. I don't see. If Kyle's going to keep him in the shotgun, Jimmy's going down. He's going down hard. So we'll see what happens with that. That's whoa. Okay, here's fun stuff though, because see we saw this coming. We probably been reading this the whole time. Question regarding Dante Pettis. Is time running out for him to kind of prove he could be the player you guys envisioned when you drafted him? It's just comedy relief, right? Although it's not funny because he's on our team. Shanahan said, well, yeah, obviously we envisioned him. Hope he could be a starter out there and hope he could be a returner for us. He got some opportunities this year to be a returner for us, but I don't think on the ones he's gotten haven't been some great looks for anything. But last week solely had to do with I was trying to get up some more special teams players for Gunner and things like that with some of our corners being down. We've got a few guys who can return punts and kicks. There's a stinger right there. We've got some guys who can return punts and kicks on our team. So that's been his main role right now this year, and we had to go another way with that. So I'll still decide that this week as far as the receiver group and everything. I think that passed a little bit with us taking wide receiver Brandon Ayuk and with how good wide receiver Deebo Samuel did this year. But if that doesn't get better, or if those guys fall off or anything like that, what are the odds of both of them falling off? Everyone has a chance. I don't make any absolutes on anybody. I hear that. Dun, 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 dun. Dante, that might be taps, bruh. You are now trade bait. Everyone is trying to improve themselves each week in practice. I think Dante has taken a number of steps forward this year. Cliche. I know that he was disappointed not to be up last week, but he came out and he still works hard, and I expect him to work hard today and try to get back up, unquote. There comes a time when you also have to go ahead and cut your losses, Coach. Your Dante's never going to be the man you want him to be. He was a child of great expectation. I think we've seen him hit his peak. But I really would like to see him get some more opportunities out there just to see. His route running is sweet. Emmanuel Moseley was in a blue Don't Touch Me jersey today. That is nothing but good news. I can live with them and the suddenly revived Jason Verrett. And fam, here's the thing. With every rep Verrett takes, every snap, everything gets, muscle memory will take over, and he may become the Jason Verrett that you wish he would be as he was back in San Diego. So, I'm feeling real good about that. Spoon, fam, I got to tell you, though. Okay, but from what Coach is saying about Jimmy G, are you feeling any more worried than you were before hearing about Shanahan's thoughts? Now, the Jimmy G hatred club, yeah, I know you're feeling exactly the same way, and probably worse. I don't know what to say for you. I don't know what to tell you. How relieved are you that we may have a solid tandem at corners this week in Moseley and Verrett? The slot, though, is still a mystery as far as coverage goes. Jimmy Ward was asked during today's presser if there had been any conversations toward moving into the slot coverage area. He denied such discussions and immediately spoke of how delighted he was that Emmanuel Moseley was returning this week. I got to tell you, though, fam, Moseley has the quickness to play the slot. I don't know that he has enough experience in that slot, but he can do that. He has, the ability is there. You don't want to see a Kello in the slot, too long, too rangy, and he's better on the outside. The Rams' top receiver, Cooper Kupp, who's most likely delighted there's not going to be no K'Wan Williams. I had forgotten all about Cooper Kupp last time we played the Rams because K'Wan be taking these slot receivers that are supposed to be all that and reduces them to nothing but tears before the game's over. I've said, you look at the Rams, Cooper Kupp, I didn't even know he was playing last year when we played him. He never got any touches. I guess he was never open. As I always love to allude to, as far as the Hawks go, there's no slot action in that game either. This is why I'm saying, K'Wan Williams may be somebody we need to give an MVP vote to. That dude, if you think you're all that, you come in playing slot, K'Wan said, not on my watch, son. I tell you, we missed him badly. I hope Cooper Kupp could not get loose this week. So, yeah. So, we have all of that. And what are you thinking? Jimmy G. Moseley being back. Will our secondary get better? Are we in trouble? What's the guy's new name? Jamar Taylor? Can he be in the slot? And let's keep Moseley on the outside and keep Soup Spoon. Let's keep Spoon sitting down unless we really need him. Please, God. Oh, God. Hey, Rakeem Jamal. Hey, fam, what's up? Love the show. Thanks for what you do. Thank you, Rakeem, for the contribution. Oh, God. I think we got Guerrero. But it's not just mi amigo. Hey, he says, hey, Ronbo, how are you, my good friend? And I'll be in my closet until the game's time. Don't hide, guys. We'll be okay. They're going to figure this out shortly. I just need, number one, make sure that I want that offensive line to get in sync. So first we could protect Jimmy a little better, and also we could run. The run game is essential for this game, for this team to even move anyway. Defense is throwing weird looks at us. The 49ers are talking about it all the time. I can't imagine what they're going through out there, but we knew that was coming. When you become the NFC champion, that's what people do. Oh, yeah, we're going to figure something out for them boys. And they have to a big degree this year. Matty S. out in Bend, Oregon. What's up, Matty? And Prime Jet Footer. Anyone else have the strange feeling that we are somehow going to beat the? I do. Primetime Sunday night. I don't know. I kind of feel it. I'm feeling it. Captain Shadow, we're wearing throwbacks on Sunday night. There's another one. And also, the 49ers are going to lose 3 in a row? Hey, Ray Jr. said, what up, Ronbo? We will get a W. I know we will. Ray Jr. keeping the faith. I like it. Kenny Powers says, I don't know what we're going to do this week. And offensive line needs to block. No, that does worry me still. Daniel Garcia, what up? What up, Daniel? We got to have faith. Let's see how we play this Sunday. And Rakeem believes, and Jimmy, he says, Jimmy's going to ball out. O-line is going to pull their heads out of their ass, and Raheem is going on run buck. Run buck, wow. It's rhetoric. I wish they just live up to it. Man, scary stuff. Dollar Bill Will.
Ronbo, what's up, man? How's it going?
What's going on, right, man? You know, I renewed faith. I don't know. I can't imagine George Kittle's all primed and pumped. I saw him in an interview today, ready to play ball. He loves playing on Sunday nights. I think the 49ers go be working out this week with a new motivation and fire. I think they still can do this. But, you know, we got to worry about Jimmy. Your feeling, is Jimmy going to be able to endure? They ain't going to tackle him this week. That high ankle ain't going to heal up in 1 week. I'm a little concerned. Will, what do you think on this matter? And Mosley's back. You think that's going to make a difference?
Ooh, let's see. Let's see how come.
I know. You got to take a deep breath.
Yeah. All right, let me get my thoughts together. Okay. All right. I believe in order to make Jimmy G comfortable for Sunday night in this game, which is a very important game, is that this has to be a team effort. From Kyle Shanahan to Robert Saleh, the players. This running game has to be legit Sunday night. This offensive line has to be legit Sunday night.
That's asking a lot.
This running game is very important Sunday night because we are a run-first team, a zone run scheme. That's our identity. And it sets up for play action, you know, basically passing the ball overall. So this running game has to work. Kyle has to dial up running plays in order for this to work. Schematic running plays that will carve up this Rams defense. It has to happen Sunday night. It got to happen.
Mm-hmm.
This defense, Robert Saleh, get your ball, head, brain together. Have a scheme for this Rams offense so we won't have a repeat of what we had this past Sunday. If we can do that, offensively and defensively, we will beat the Rams. Jimmy G will have a good game, but the running game has to work so it can make him comfortable instead of the pass. But overall, man, this defense is going to have to lower the Rams. The defense is going to have to keep this a game so for whatever scheme Kyle has, he can run it instead of just being blown 30-something at halftime in the way Kyle just got to throw the playbook out the window. So the defense is going to have to play. The defense is going to have to play fun ball.
You would think, right?
In order.
Did you see Kyle Shanahan's presser today, though? Did you remember him saying we work on rollouts, bootlegs? How many times have you seen Jimmy roll out and bootleg? This is the thing that's killing me the most. Like you said, though, he's got to modify his playbook and stop doing stupid things. If the offensive line is failing, your quarterback's going to fail. I don't care who you put back there. They're going down. So, you got to do things to make a difference.
Exactly. That's what Kyle has to get through his head, man. Jimmy, this is why we paid. This is why they gave Jimmy all this money, man. Aaron Rodgers put up good stats when he was hurt a couple of years ago. Russell Wilson had a messed up knee. He was pulling up stats. So it shouldn't be no excuse for an ankle sprain.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Kyle needs to let this do what he do.
Roll him out, bootleg him, get him out of there.
He won't be able to survive behind that line, Ronbo. Not right now. Until his offensive line can get it together, Jimmy G is not going to survive behind that line.
He'll be out in the first quarter. Seriously.
No quarterback in this league unless you are mobile, unless you are Russell Wilson or somebody. But if you're not a Russell Wilson or a mobile quarterback, you will die behind this line right now.
You pretty much got to be Lamar
he
Jackson. You got to have some elite speed too. That
man,
that backfield is flooded within. I counted last week. I counted
man,
one, and they was all in the backfield. I said, "Shh, what did he? This ain't gonna work," and it didn't.
man, man, I'm just gonna sum it up like this, Ronbo. After all what I just said, this is Sunday night.
I know,
This
right?
is the only game come on that night. There's Sunday night football. Critics are gonna be watching. All players from all 31 teams, they ain't got they know their game. They gonna get home, relax, ice their wounds up, and watch Sunday night football.
And laugh.
Players gonna be watching this game. Critics gonna be watching this game. Beat writers gonna be watching this game. Everybody's gonna be watching this game. This man has to perform. He's gonna have to perform, man. Kyle gonna have to perform with his coaching. Robert Saleh gonna have to perform with his coaching, and these players gotta perform, man. They gotta make a statement this Sunday night to let all the other teams know that we 2 and 3 right now, but
You plan on being
we
3-3 after this game's over.
we gonna be 3 and 3, and we gonna put all
Yes.
y'all on notice that we still alive. That's the only way, man. That's the only way. So it's all, at the end of the day, it's all down to them. It's all down to them, man. I mean, this is it. The whole world gonna be watching. What is we gonna do? That's the question, and that's what we're gonna be waiting on until Sunday night. That's all I got, Ronbo.
Yeah, all right, fam. Good stuff, Will. I will see you. And you know what? I'll see what happens. If Robert Saleh comes in tomorrow, I may be back tomorrow because he better have something good to say. Everybody wants to hear what he has to say. All right. Night, Will.
All right, man. Shout out to Ronbo, man. Shout out to my TNT fam, man. Shout out to the new additions, man. Sheik and Denise. You know, they part of the TNT fam now, man.
I love it.
They been calling in, man, dropping straight facts, man. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them, man. And shout out to the Ronbo Sports Fan Club, Rico, Jersey Joe, to all them guys. Hey, man, Super Bowl 55. It won't be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Oh, it will be the San Francisco 49ers. No Seahawks, no Rams. Y'all winning right now, but y'all gonna fall eventually.
It's early.
Versus be announced. All right, Ronbo.
All right, fam. Night, Will.
Right.
Hey, Slavin Roberts says, let's sign Matt Ryan. Get rid of Jimmy G. Boo. But thanks, Slavin, for that contribution. Listen, Matt Ryan, he hasn't won a game this year, and he's got some real, seriously good offensive talent out there. What up? No. Can I tell you? Jimmy. Hey, Guerrero says everyone from our team needs to be there and play for real. No fooling around. Please play offense and defense. Kyle, go, Jim. Good. Well, I hear you. Yeah, come on. People got to put their best game on this week. Everybody's got to have an A game. Hey, Desmond.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Desmond, man, I'm sitting back here, man. I'm worried to death. Nobody gets over a high ankle sprain in 1 week, right? So I'm wondering what Kyle's got in mind. Kyle says we ain't going to be touching him or throwing him on the ground or nothing this week. I said, you know what? That means the first time he gets thrown on the ground, the ankles go certainly give up then. So I don't know, man. Are you worried about this? Also, Emmanuel Moseley's coming back this weekend, so maybe we got a little better help deep downfield.
Yeah, I believe we can pull out the win. But the first thing that we're going to have to do is we're going to have to solidify the trenches. Defensive and offensive line is going to have to play their asses off. Offensive line is going to have to protect Jimmy. Trent and the rest of the offensive line, they're going to have to find a way to get it together. Trent Williams really has been playing like, he's been playing like he doesn't know the play, but he's playing very tentative. And I'm thinking it comes down to, the year off and everything. He's still a bit rusty, but
I'm hoping that's what it is, too. Agreed.
Yeah, they're the both of the trenches, offensive and defensive lines, have to get it together. If they don't get it together, I watched tape of the Rams today, and they are coming off that ball something serious.
I know. So, and you got Aaron Donald moving all over the line. Wherever he sees a weakness, Donald goes. So that's my God.
Yeah.
Jimmy got to get that ball out quick. That's his only thing.
Yeah.
Get it out quick. Damn.
Shanahan is going to have to get into his bag and start calling these smoke screens and these
Yeah.
running back screens
Yeah.
to kind of back that defensive line up. But that's basically what it comes down to. Like the first caller said, the whole league is going to be watching us. The whole league is going to be looking to see if indeed the 49ers have truly dropped off the face of the earth. So we're gonna have to give the best effort of the year to kind of put the NFC on notice that we are still here. We're still here. We're
Or at
still in
least
the
show
hunt.
we have a pulse.
But right. As far as Moseley coming back, that's great. If he's able to start, that'd be great. I'm just hoping Salah, wherever if we throw the practice corner out there again, I hope that we can give him some safety help this time, because last week that was just pathetic to leave the young fella out there on his own, one-on-one against those receivers was just heartbreaking. I mean, he gave up play after play after play after play, and nobody had any sense to call timeout and get him out of there.
Here's a question I have for you too. You running the secondary, would you put him out there with knowing that nobody's worked with him within a few? He just arrived. Jimmy Ward don't know him from Adam. Kowski don't know him.
Right.
Nobody knows anything about this guy. And you start him? Oh, that was a monumental mistake to begin with. So Dub don't know how to play with this dude. They needed some reps at least in practice for about a month. You know, I solid from that. That decision was the most bonehead. And Spoon is still on my poop list for saying 10 minutes late. Let me in that, Coach. You know what? I'm feeling all right. Let me handle this.
I mean, I really can't. I mean, I do blame Spoon, but did they not do this to Spoon last year? They threw him out there, didn't give him any help, knowing that opposing quarterbacks were picking on him, and they still didn't give him any help. Yeah. But to me, this comes down to a lack of leadership. Because believe me, if Sherm was out there, and that young guy was on the other side, he would have went directly to Salah and told him, dude, you can't do this. We have to go to someone else. If anybody knows the defense and the intricacies of that defense, especially on the backside, it's Sherm. And that's where we lack leadership, because Sherm would not have let that happen. He would have went directly to the coaches, and we would have made adjustments right there in the game. But Salah doesn't have that extra coach out there, and Sherm and the leadership to say, hey, we need to make a change, because Sherm would have went crazy seeing the young fella get used like that, and we did absolutely nothing to help him. I mean, the defense played their asses off, but we had one weak link. We didn't do anything about it. We paid for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We paid for it. So,
and Shrimp did have some comments on it, too. I didn't check them all out yet, but I saw a headline where Sherm said it was some collection, as he put it, of things to learn from. So, you know.
Yeah, he would be able to get those guys lined up and get everyone where they need to be, so we can be able to produce. But we just lacking leadership all the way around. Even we lost leadership, and the Empire is going to hate to hear this, but as far as Buckner, he was in charge of the line calls, for the stunts and line responsibility.
Yeah,
so who's calling it now?
Yeah, I wonder who's calling it now, because you don't have either D Ford or Nick.
Yeah.
Armstead,
we don't have both, so we don't have.
Armstead should be able to carry that duty. He knows that defense. If he is, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, and we also lost Sanders. He was the leader of the wide receiver room. So we're putting all our money on Debo. And Debo's, like I said, as great as he is, he's only in the second year.
Yeah.
So the coaches will have to put extra work in there for these players, because we're lacking leadership at key positions. We had leadership at every position on the field to make sure we were solid all the way around. Now we have to make adjustments. Yeah. We have no choice this Sunday night but to show up and show out. because if we don't, we're done. I hate
No,
to
you
say
can't
it,
go. You can't go
but
2-4. That's too much. That's really too much. It's gonna
we'll
be
be
a problem.
done. So
Yeah,
Shanahan
all right.
and Saleh going to have to get it together.
We'll see. All right, Desmond,
So
good stuff. I'll look for you maybe tomorrow. Let's see if Salah comes out and says anything worth talking about. I think Salah's up tomorrow. All right.
nope, no problem, no problem. Shout out to the Empire. See y'all later.
All right, fam. Good night, Desmond.
All right.
Yes, the time has come. Rebel D, thanks, fam. Shout out Dollar Bill Will. He is right. Doesn't matter who's behind the line. They're going down eventually. Kyle needs to start playing to Jimmy's strength. And stop making him stand there. You don't have no Dallas Cowboys line of 2015. It'll be dead meat. And I told you, I'll send you a count. I said, one. I mean, come on, man. Those guys look like they played for us coming off the defensive line. It says, Nightbot says, stop comparing Jimmy with decade-old Pro Bowls quarterbacks. Nightbot, decade-old quarterbacks. Tom Brady? Who else? All right, thanks for the contribution. Hey, Krusty! Krusty.
Hello?
Hey, Krusty, come on in,
Hello?
man.
Hey, how's it going?
We're going okay. We're looking at this midweek practice, and Kyle's out there being careful with Jimmy. Insists on going on him. I guess Kyle says, we're 2-3. I got to go with Jimmy. I guess Nick and CJ just are out of the question now. If we're going to give ourselves a chance to win, I guess Kyle says it's got to have to be with Jimmy. That high ankle sprain. Chris, you've ever had a high ankle sprain before?
Have I?
Yeah.
No.
Because I don't know that I have. I've had ankle sprains. I don't know they've never lingered. Once they quit, they felt a little sore, but they were stable, right? So I don't know what a high ankle sprain is, but it seems to be something that can reoccur suddenly. And Kyle said up to like a year, which freaked me out. So Jimmy's going to be out there. I don't know what we're going to get as far as his ankle goes, but what do you think about the play calling? What would you do to try to alleviate some of the stress and pain from Jimmy, knowing that offensive line is not going to stop the Rams? You got Moseley back, by the way. Are we going to be able to do better back down the field?
So this is where I've gone back and I've watched that game like 5 or 6 times so far.
Oh, that's
I
misery.
keep going back and trying. Like I sat down and watched the 22 post film today, and I was watching it, and I was looking. I was like, in all honesty, Jimmy. In my personal opinion is Jimmy didn't have that bad of a game, not as bad as I originally thought when I was watching. Timing was off. There was timing off because there was a couple throws that I saw that should have been caught, but the timing was off. Like he expected people to be there and they weren't there. Like Debo, he was moving slow in a lot of the things. He wasn't running like he normally does. He was like, it almost seemed like he was jogging.
And Debo's fat.
It was kind of a little confusing.
God, D.
And another thing that I have a question for you guys. So, they brought Brian Allen up last week to play for us. But, not only we keep talking about Tavarius Moore and moving Jimmy Ward, why didn't they isn't Jonathan Cyprian on our practice squad? Why didn't we bring him up?
Oh.
Why didn't we bring him up to help with the safety position and have Jimmy Ward move over or have him run and try and do a corner? The dude, he was playing this in the training camp, and he knows our system. He's played with us. Why? He's sitting on the practice squad. Why wasn't he playing? Why didn't we bring him up and play with us?
I forgot about him.
It makes no sense.
I think the coach forgot about him, too.
And I was thinking, yeah. I was sitting there like, why didn't we bring him up? We should have brought him up. After Brayman, I said it was Brian Allen's fault. I can't blame that guy. He wasn't ready. I don't think he's ever played a down in an NFL game before.
It didn't look like it.
Fault and Kyle's fault. Yeah, I can't blame him. It's even more their fault because they kept him in there, and they kept picking on him. There was one play that I saw that I was like, if frickin' Tart wasn't there, that would have been another frickin' touchdown because it would have been on frickin' Allen again.
Yeah.
Tart knocked frickin' Devontae Parker out, and it was crazy. I think as long as we can get our run game going,
Well,
we'll be fine. Because during the run game, our offensive line looked okay. It's when they knew we were going to run it or we were going to pass it, they sent everybody. I mean, they sent everybody and their mother after the freaking QB. Regardless how good the offensive line is.
Krusty, one question before you go to that, because I saw them coming in waves of like Army. Did you see 11 guys rushing?
Sometimes it seemed like everybody ran at them. It's just like, we got 5 guys there. You know?
I was trying to figure out why there were so many people coming off that line of scrimmage. I thought maybe it was 9 in the box, maybe they extended one, but somebody said 11. I said, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there was everybody. There was actually there was one play that I was watching where Williams screwed up. He really did. He had Kittle standing right next to him, and when they hiked the ball, I don't know if Williams isn't used to having Kittle stand next to him because he tried to block the guy that Kittle was blocking instead of the guy that he was supposed to block, and I think that was a freaking sack right there. You know, he needs to get used to having that. And not only that, why wasn't Charlie Warner playing? I saw him do a couple blocks during the game. I was like, why isn't he out there blocking? We know we're having trouble. We know they're rushing everybody. Why aren't we having Kittle and freaking Charlie Warner on the ends having that's like having 7 offensive linemen standing up there? Why won't we protect? We should have protected better.
Because you have a couple of bunch formations with receivers and let everybody else can be a tight end. I agree.
Jimmy played way better than C.J. Beathard did in that game. C.J. Beathard played like complete garbage. He was missing on everything. His timing was off. His throwing was off. He overthrew people. He underthrew people. He was total garbage. He is not the answer. We do not want him starting at all this week. I'd rather have Mullen start than
I think that's what Kyle's thinking too. I still know. All I know is they cannot continue to go from shotgun. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. You know. And Jimmy's still going to get all the blame, but he ain't got a chance. But go ahead.
Right. Will said it right. Will said that if we got to run the ball, and we do. We need to run the ball, and then everything comes off the run. It always has. That's why we were so good last year. We were one of the top running teams in the league. We haven't got our run game going. Not at all this year yet.
Yeah.
You know, we got it going this weekend, but we were so far behind we had to abandon it. You know, Both is freaking playing lights out. He's freaking playing amazingly.
True, but
if we can get our run game going,
then of course everything predicates exactly.
For.
But you've got to have that offensive line knowing what they're doing, and I think it actually flows over into the run game too. They're not as good last year because they were all in sync last year as far as the run game goes. Now that offensive line's got to readjust. They've got to get to know each other. It's like a one-piece unit. They can't be all over the place. They got to be together on what they do. See, Krusty, I like your observations. We got to stop though. Yeah, go ahead and make that point. Go ahead.
I was going to say, when you actually pay attention to the thing, it's not one person it's just like one guy screws up on the line every once in a while. Other than that, our line wasn't playing too bad, but it's like McGinty will get put back. And him, friggin' Williams or friggin' Brunskill, friggin' Garland was getting pushed around. It's like every once in a while somebody made a mistake or somebody got through because how many people were rushing.
And there you go.
Well, if we get our run game going, they're not going to send that many people.
Well, no.
So, yeah.
All right, Krusty, we're gonna have to pull up. I may see you tomorrow. I want to see what Robert Sal has to say. I think he's up tomorrow. All right.
All right, cool.
All right, fam. Night.
All right, talk to you later, man.
All right. And Rakeem Jamani says, D8 said it's best, SOFT. Oh, you want Hittner? Yeah, I know. That was pretty funny. Thanks for that contribution, too. Elliot, come on in. Hey.
No, you turned on the volume.
What's up, Ronbo, my guy? How you feeling, my man?
I'm feeling scared. You know, I am a little worried this time because we look like we're standing on a stick trying to keep balance, you know? Because the 49ers, you know, you got a lot of talent out there, but if they ain't worked along that offensive line, they've got to work together to do what they did last year. Otherwise, boy, the Rams are chomping at the bit to get at us. But anyway, we'll see what it looks like this weekend. Give your observations on that. Also, Moseley's back. Maybe teams won't have such easy targets all over the field. Oh, by the way, Elliot, one thing about it, the linebacking crew is the Achilles heel. The Rams linebacking duo, they suck. And I looked at some stats on them. That could be what Kyle Shanahan's working on. We'll see. But you're feeling.
I'm not afraid of the Rams. What I will say is this: I've watched them over a few games or whatever else like that, and they're trying to get their stuff together. You know, and they're improving each week. This is the thing. I'm gonna say this, Kyle. It's gonna start with coaching, man. Shout out to Dollar Bill Will. He gave the actual truth because he said exactly what I wanted to say, which is turn the ball over to the running game, which we are. And the same thing I said about us in the Super Bowl. You got to understand, Kyle, your bread and butter is your running game. It is not the passing game. No matter how much you want to throw the damn ball, your bread and butter is the running game, the zone running game. So give your running backs the opportunity to do the same thing that Mostert does when he is not able to perform or he's not in the game. You're not doing that. You're giving them totally different plays. You're giving Wilson and McKinnon totally different plays than what you would run when you run the zone running scheme with Mostert. Mostert, I'm gonna say it all. I told him I just had this conversation with my guy. It seems like when it comes to that, man, Mostert, he finds them holes. He gets it. But
even with this broke down offensive line movement, exactly.
Even with maybe you need to understand you have a better running offensive line than you have a pass protection offensive line.
No question about that.
So if you're not going to give us the opportunity to win because you want to do what it is you want to do, you're going to be the center of the topic, which when we say is you keep on running the ball and shooting and throwing the ball. Look, we love all our receivers, but at the end of the day, our running game is what made us who we were. And that's what made us who we were last year. Run the ball. Run everything off of that.
Well, see,
we have first and second downs where we will. Go ahead, Ronbo.
But I'll just say right there, there's the key right there. If you can run, now you can pass because they're not going to be putting 11 in the box. They're not going to be 9 in the box. It's not going to be 8. Somebody knows they got to get back in coverage. Then the passing game will work. And don't fall behind 14 points.
I'll be looking at the game, Ronbo. I'm not to cut you off. I'm sorry. I'm not to cut you off because I know I don't got that much time.
Go ahead.
Not to cut you off. I just want to say I'll be looking at the game on the offensive end and saying, first down, let's play action. Because they already think we running anyway.
Yes.
Let's play action. Let's play action so damn much that they's like, we got to run in a nickel or some sort of other defense, and we start running the ball. Let's use the run to make them think we're going to run the ball and use the run to get what we need. So now, I'm going to shoot over the defense. Moseley. I'm cool with him coming back. Thank God we have another. But at the end of the day, man, look, bro, I'm be honest with you. We're going to get towed up on the damn secondary issue, period. I ain't with the war moving over the cornerback because he has already showed us he is not a cornerback. He is not. And I want Cypher in the play too, but find a way to make it work. Bring the boy up and let's do different plays. Let's put different players in. Let's not be predictable is what I'm trying to say. We are very predictable when it comes to these teams. They seeing this stuff. They watch stuff. They studying this stuff. And you continue to be predict. And Robert Solomon, listen, if you're going to keep giving guys 7 yards off the ball, then just get off our team because we don't need that. Brian Allen was trash, and you know what? He got trashed because of you, Robert Solomon. He got trashed. So it is what it is, I'm just hoping that this week we find a way to make everything work and protect our quarterback. Because I think that the Garoppolo is the man for us at the end of the day. But this is what I want to say last before you cut me off. And I want to say this, Ronbo. I think that I really think that Kyle Shanahan needs to stop pulling players soon as they do something wrong. You create the uncertainty. And that you're never going to win. You're never going to win or get the best out your players creating uncertainty because they did something wrong. Let Mullins come back and say, hey, I had a beautiful game, but I had a bad game. So let me come back and try to have a better game. And if you're not going to do that, then this is what you get. Yeah. So, where we at, where we at?
You get last place. Well, Elliot, good stuff as per usual. Give my best to the family. Little Tyle.
No doubt.
All right, fam.
No doubt. My son made sure I want every time. He always want me to tell you this. What's up, Ronbo? 49ers for life.
Yeah.
He got to go to school, so he in bed, but he always make sure he tell me, if you go get on the Ronbo show, make sure you tell Ronbo I said this. So I always want to make sure I said that. So, it is what it is, man. I just hope we can manage to look up and we 6-3, we 7-3.
Hey.
Something
it's
like
all
that,
still
man.
possible.
We can't listen. At the end of the day, what we can't do is lose and end up 11-12 and something and try to get in these playoffs. We'll lose out on that tip.
No, you want that. All right, fam. Good stuff, Elliot. I'm going to see you possibly tomorrow to see if Robert Saleh's up. All right, fam.
You on tomorrow? I'll see you tomorrow, man.
Yeah,
I got my attitude straight. You already know how I be. We lose, I don't want to talk. But
I know, right?
We in there. We in there, man. Let's get it together. Have a good night. Shout out to the 49ers fans and keep doing what you do. All right, boy?
Thanks, Elliot. All right, bro. Night.
All right, much love.
Back at you, fam. And Scott Jackson, thank you for that contribution. Scott says, we made magic last year. We ran solid defense, but a lot went right. Underthrown balls for TDs. Just one example. I love my Niners, but we're the 2006 Bears. I don't know. A lot of people have given up. A lot of people have already thrown in the towel. I just got a feeling the 49ers will regroup and starting this Sunday. I just keep that feeling over there. It might be a little red and gold glasses, but I really do. Hey, Alex.
What's up, Ronbo?
Alex. We are at the crossroads. Can the 49ers pull up out of this tailspin? Pull the plane up just before we hit the dirt? Flying! Oh, climb! And get back into this. I think the talent's still there. I just think that they got to make a few. This is like preseason extended, maybe? But what do you think, Alex? And you got Moseley coming back at least. They can't put us down 14-0 to start the game like they did last week. Maybe. But you're feeling.
Yeah, Emmanuel Moseley's going to play. I like what you said about Emmanuel Moseley. We needed him. Brian Allen, oh my.
Oh, God, please, never again.
Why can't we give him help on the safety help? Part and water there, right?
I just wonder.
But
Alex, and they didn't even know him that well, so obviously they should have known to give him help. And then if he looks like he's on his own okay, then you back off. But to start the game normally as if Richard Sherman was in the game or Moseley was in the game, what was that? That was a coaching fart. That really was.
Yeah, that's solid. That's all.
Or that new secondary guy.
Put him out. Yeah. Yeah, but Brian Allen, we picked him up wasn't that last minute? We picked him up. And we just, go out and play. They started with Devontae Parker. And Fitzmagic's throwing off his back foot, dotting everybody. I'm like, oh, man.
Man, it's...
we're making him look like Joe Montana. He's not. He's Ryan Fitzpatrick.
And Joe's the only person to get away with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just, God, Fitzpatrick he made no mistakes. What did he miss? 3 passes all day?
Yeah. He didn't really make a mistake. That's sad, too. I didn't want to say that. But he didn't make any mistakes. He threw dimes.
Alex, I was trying to ask you a question, man. The pass rush, I don't know that we're going to see that same pass rush, anything close to it, that last year. Nick being out, D not being able to play, that's huge. Corey Hyder does a good job, but he can't do it. But he's the only guy that looks like he's got anything in him regarding a pass rusher, right? You know, that's going to put a lot of pressure on the secondary, and we're going to be in a lot of situations this year. You know, you got Jimmy with the ankle, high ankle sprain. That's going to last a while. And contrary to what people believe, he's a better quarterback without a high ankle sprain. So, you know, I really, there's going to have to be, Kyle's going to have to come up with some magic as far as plays go. If you're going to keep Jimmy in that pocket, Jimmy's not going to last the rest of the season. That for sure, I know. He will go down pretty hard one of these times, and he will get taken out. So do you have faith in Shanahan to finally realize that and go to a plan B?
Maybe, but I want to see Shanahan draw some plays up for Jimmy. He needs to throw the ball quick. He needs to throw the ball 1 second to throw, like the short one, Kittle, whatever. Because Aaron Donald, dude, he's every time he's going through the line, he's sacking the quarterback. It's Aaron Donald. You can't stop him, even if he doesn't even, you know. And they got some other dudes too that went through the line a lot.
Smoke routes and run. Don't stand there waiting for no route to develop.
And then bootlegs. I don't know if Jimmy can roll out, though, if Kyle's going to call much of that.
Yeah, I don't know if the ankle will allow that, but some people think he can't. I've seen him do it before, so I know he can. This is the thing. He's going to have to dial that up more often, do some more misdirection, get that receiver, like you're saying, quickly open, and get the ball to him. Don't give Donald a chance to get back there. He's going to be back there within a second. 1.5 second, Donald is in your backfield. Like last week, the entire defensive rush was in 1.5 because I was counting. Nobody's going to operate like that. 2 or 3 step drop, 4 step back. No, that gives the defensive line more time to get your ass.
No. It's like, I think someone said this earlier. It was like, stop being so predictable, Kyle, on offense.
And he never used to be.
Last year, oh my, never.
Surprise, surprise all the time.
Yep. To win this game, we need to get the run game working.
Got to.
We got to. Or else you're going to make Jimmy throw on a bad ankle?
For what? It's useless. God.
I want to see Juszczyk getting more carries Sunday.
Yeah, he looked good. That one TD.
Touchdown? Yeah. He was what? No one was with him.
That was shocking.
Untouched.
But that's what Kyle's at his best. When he dials up that kind of play, that means he's figured the defense out completely. So, you know. We'll see. All right. Alex, good to hear from you again, Alex. I haven't heard from you in a long time. Let's I mean, we're gonna say if Salah comes up tomorrow, I'll be back tomorrow. All right? Be looking for you.
For sure.
All right, fam. Night, Alex.
Hi, Ronbo.
And my Seahawks buddy, who I know is a betting man, he lost money. I felt bad for him. But thanks for that contribution. The season just started. F the haters and the fake fans. I see a bounce back, a hard one to watch. You know, it'll be a heart attack city Sunday night. If the 49ers take this fourth quarter and win it, that means the spirit is back in that locker room. They did not give up. They were not defeated before they left the field. And if they do win tomorrow, look for a run to take place because then they'll be getting cocky again. And Alex, other Alex.
Hey, what's up, Big Ronbo?
Alex, man. I'm sitting back here and I've got all kind of question marks running through my head. You know that cloud over the top of your head? It's got a number of question marks in it. I just don't. I'm concerned about Jimmy, of course, but I'm also concerned about Shanahan. And I'm more of everything I'm concerned about is that offensive line. Can they finally look a little better? Because from what Mike McGlinchey was saying, as he's getting pissed off because people are talking about him, he heard his name, it had me laughing in the presser. For those armchair quarterbacks that like to isolate one play and make judgments off of it, I just wish you'd give me watch a whole game. I said, Mike, we were watching a whole game. Every other few minutes, we were getting beat like a drum. God. So, you know, he says they're a work in progress.
Ice all day.
God.
Jeez. I know, and he's got to go against Donald.
Oh, man.
I can't believe, man.
Man. we're
But you know
in trouble.
what?
Mm.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing, Ronbo, is like we're right now we're in trouble, but we have something set up that could throw us back on course. Like maybe the perfect storm, right? Because
That's what
we
Richard Sherman called it.
we should
Yes.
know better than any. We should know better than any other team how crazy divisional games can be. Okay,
Yeah, that's
division
true.
games
That's
can
true.
set a team back on course. We know we played good Cardinals. We thought it had in the bag, but no, they beat us. Last year we thought that we had the Cardinals in the bag. They put up a good fight.
And could
Granted,
have
didn't
won
win, but whatever.
both times.
So division games are games that kind of help players, reset their mindset and get locked in. And if they're not, then we're in trouble. But it's going to come down to this offensive line and then blocking Aaron Donald. But you know what?
Oh.
We have a top 5 rushing offense, and the Rams have the 27th ranked rushing defense.
Are they that
We're
bad?
averaging 5 yards a carry.
Whoa,
They're allowing
Alex.
5 yards a carry.
Alex, did you say what? How they rank where? Their defensive rush?
27.
Really?
Yes.
So maybe it's just a one-man
So this
show.
is-
It's just Donald then.
Nope.
Who else? Brockers?
We have an opportunity here to get back on track. And you know what the run game's going to do? It's gonna cancel out Donald and honestly Leonard Floyd, who's having a pretty decent year on the edge. Aaron Donald, Leonard Floyd, they're not going to be able to rush the passer because we'll be running down their throats. And you know what that's also going to do is going to tire them out. And that's how we won games last year, was tiring out the defensive line and then play action deep shot. We got to go back to the formula. And I'm still not a believer in Jimmy, but I think that I still think he can make some of the throws. I'm just saying, me personally with Jimmy, I feel like we've seen the ceiling with the guy. That's my bottom line with him. But I still think he can win this game. And I think that this is a winnable game. We just have to we got to shut down the run because on defense we got to shut down the run because because Sean McVay has a similar offense, play action rollout to the tight end. That's like their entire offense, Ronbo, is Everett and Higbee. If Dre Greenlaw, Fred Warner, and Jaquiski Tartt can shut down the tight ends, we're going to have a shot at this game because our run defense we already know is solid. It's top 3. But if they start passing on us a lot, I mean, obviously that's going to be suspect. But I think Moseley coming in is going to shore that up. I think Verrett's been playing nice, okay? But our linebackers are all-stars, okay? And they're going to that's going to be the key matchup right there is our linebackers on their tight end.
I forgot about that, Alex. Suddenly I felt this smile growing in the middle of my stomach. Alex, you know what? You're right. The linebacker crew is going to hurt them in a way that could stifle what they want to do. Cooper Kupp, though, we don't have K'Wan Williams, Alex. I don't know who's going to be in the slot. Yeah. I'm guessing it could be Jamar. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. You go ahead.
No, I was thinking Jamar Taylor, but is Jamar Taylor – he did a decent job, but I don't know that you're going to deal with your Cooper Kupps of the world. What are you thinking?
So with Cooper Kupp, I have him on my fantasy team. And he's had a good game, sure, but it's all late. They don't target him in the first half. Then in the second half is when they start throwing at him. Like when they got behind against the Giants, they targeted Cooper Kupp a ton. So they target Cooper Kupp when they fall behind.
And you know what? They lull defenses to sleep because everybody knows about Kupp, and all of a sudden he strikes like a cobra out of nowhere. And you know, you're right. I just realized that. He comes up with these huge plays suddenly.
Right. And that's what sparks comebacks or putting the game away. So, it's going to be a big matchup with Jamar Taylor on Cooper Kupp. But, I think that if we shut down their tight ends and we shut down their running game, which I'm pretty sure the Giants – or who did they play last week? Was it the Giants? Who did they play last week? No, it wasn't the Giants.
The Giants played
Washington.
Titans.
They played Washington.
The Washington team, yeah.
And they shut down the Rams' running game.
For the most part.
They had to go to the pass. And the Redskins don't have no DBs.
Yeah.
Okay? We have some decent DBs that can at least be, somewhat locked down with Verrett and hopefully Moseley if we get him. So it's going to come down to blocking Aaron Donald, running the f***ing ball, and
and shut
shutting
down
down the
that
tight end and play action
momentum.
game.
What they guys do. Yeah, Alex, good stuff. We're gonna have to go. If we see Robert Saleh in tomorrow, because he's gonna have to be cross-examined about last week, we'll be back tomorrow. All right.
All right. Sounds good. Go Niners, baby, all day.
Yes,
All day,
dude.
every day.
Twice on Sunday. Night, Alex.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, God. Oh,
Later, Ronbo. Have a good night,
later,
man.
Alex. You too. Thanks. Bang, bang. Put your children in the house. Lock the door. Turn out the lights. Get up underneath the bed. Mel is in the house. Mel says, at that intro, he didn't know what to do. Mel! Mel? Mel, are you available, Mel?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. All right. Come on in, Mel. I already shot the gun.
Yeah, what's good, Ronbo? Man, bang, bang, double bang, gold gang, all of the above. It's good.
Mel, tonight, man, I was just listening to Kyle Shanahan today, and Kyle looks like a man that says, look, I got to go with Jimmy, y'all. We're not going to hit him this week, how ankle sprains go. He's got a high ankle sprain, could be bothering him all year, but we're going to get him back out there. And we're not going to tackle him or beat him up during the course of the week. And we're going to just go ahead and see what we can do with that. I got to tell you, though, something Krusty just said a minute ago, Mel. And don't worry, we haven't started your time yet. Krusty said that Jimmy's timing was off. I know after 2 weeks your timing shouldn't be off, but his timing was slightly off. It wasn't his throws except for the INT. I'm not sure what was going on with that, unless the ankle was just killing him or something. He pushed off wrong. But hopefully they shoot it up with enough drugs that he can go ahead and play. But, Mel, your observations on this, and Moseley is back. Brian Allen, take your booty home. You ain't go.
Yo, listen, man. I understand that people want to come to the aid of a younger player who hasn't had much experience, but there's no excuse for that, Ronbo. And it's not all on Robert Saleh as far as, you put him out there to, on his own. No, listen. If you are an NFL cornerback, Robert Saleh simplified that defensive backfield on Sunday. He simplified it as much as he possibly could. He didn't run a whole bunch of schemes where, the guy didn't know where he belonged. That wasn't the matter at all. The kid was getting beaten straight up. And NFL cornerbacks should not be getting toasted like that.
Not like that.
Period. Unless you are, if you face a Randy Moss, T.O., Megatron or something, I get that. But these regular old receivers, no, man. Not that much. Of course, you can let up, a touchdown, a play or two, but to be getting beaten consistently to the point where anytime Fitzpatrick got ready, anytime he wanted to,
he just throwed on him. Just looked over there and throwed on him.
Right, and he was straight up butt crack juice, dog. Like he was dumpster can sauce. I've never seen anything like that in my life in the NFL. There's no excuse for it. I'm 37 years old, Ronbo. I haven't played football in over a decade. I was really, really good when I played. But you have my word on my mother's blood. If Saleh would have suited me up Sunday, I would not have given up that much yardage or that many TDs. The dude, he was just getting beaten, like straight up. Even when he was in position, even when his coverage was good, he didn't know how to play the ball. There's no excuse for that. There's no excuse for that. That's not Saleh's fault. As a professional, you have to be better than that.
But here's the thing, Mel. Why, if I'm Robert Saleh, why am I starting him? I start Jermichael. I start Jamar. Spoon.
Keller Witherspoon
give me some about
has
Spoon.
ovaries.
Yeah.
His ovaries were bothering him. He needed to go get a pap smear or something. Spoon doesn't have it, bro. He just doesn't have it. And he's the defensive version of Dante Pettis, bro.
Oh.
He is the defensive Dante Pettis. He has the skill set. He has the ability to do it. He does not have the heart and the will to do it. We support a franchise with the best NFL players to ever play the game. We had a guy cut his finger off so he wouldn't miss any games. He got his finger cut off so he wouldn't miss. and you have this guy. Oh yeah, well I'm
My
kind of
leg.
tight, but
Mm.
I'll put the uniform on, and if there's a ready emergency, then I can maybe possibly step in there. Yo, he don't want to play, bro. He doesn't want it, and that's the thing. You can't make these guys want it, and that's what we're missing. The injuries be damned. The injuries are not why we're losing, bro. Listen,
You're just playing bad ball. Like you're mentioning about Brian Allen. That was just bad football.
Right. Against the Eagles and last week against the Dolphins, we viewed those, not just the fans, the players and everything, the coaching staff, the organization viewed those as must-win games. Those were considered must-win going into this gauntlet that we had. And there was no urgency whatsoever in our locker room, bro. There was nobody that said, well, let me not say nobody, because Fred Warner's balling, bro. Corey Hyder.
I know, right? Him and Corey Hyder?
Bro. I mean, Gary Hyder. Yeah, they're balling. They have the fire, but you know what I believe? Get rid of Pettis. Drop him now. Make a statement right now. Dante Pettis, you out of here. Okello, you are next, bro. Anybody I see on this team that doesn't want to be here, that is not itching to get on this field, you are not here. You're not taking up a roster spot. You're not taking any more checks from us. None of that. You're out of here. Drop Pettis now. Make that statement. Bring up, and this is a big key to, and I really truly believe this. Bring up Jawan Jennings from the practice squad, bro. Bring him up. His style is contagious, bro. It's contagious. It's going to catch on. He's a killer. He's hungry, and he's a bully. And all we need to do is have that one guy on the offensive side of the ball to light the fire in everybody else. Because there's no fire right now. There's no fire. You see Jawan Jennings start to bully people, then all of a sudden we see the George Kittle that we've seen before the paychecks. We see him make an appearance this year. Debo's coming off injury.
You leave one part out, too. He's big. He can block. I ain't running behind Dante, but you put Jennings out there on that side. Let's run, because everybody blocks on Kyle's offensive run game, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He's perfect right now because not only does he have that bully mentality and skill set, but he's hungry, bro. The dude got put on the practice squad, and he's hungry. So he's not going to go in there playing around. He's not going in there looking at it. The pressure's not going to be on him. So he's going to go out there and play freely and really try to prove a point and try to make a name for himself, and that is contagious. That's all we need is for the fire to get relit, even with the injuries. I don't know what the heck Sherman's done, bro. I don't know. Sherman, are you getting that? You getting that old, bro? Like, really? Maybe it's time to hang it up. We're not talking about a torn muscle.
Yes, just a pull.
A strain. A strain, bro.
It's a
strain.
What are you doing? I thought it was a pull.
Do you see what's going on? Do you see what's going on out there, bro?
I don't know.
Don't kill yourself, because I love Sherm, man. But
I ain't gonna say nothing else about it. I'm just saying, come on, Sherm. Anyway, Mel, we're out of time.
Win this game.
Let me see you. I may be back tomorrow, Mel. I'm saying Robert Salah's up. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. All right, fam. Appreciate you, Mel.
Cool, man. No problem. Thank you, man. Let's light that fire under these boys, man.
Yes.
Let's go, fellas. Y'all can do it. Y'all got it, man. Damn. Bang, bang, man. I'm gone.
Night, Mel. He's Jersey Niner on YouTube. Jersey Niner. You'll see Mel up there. He's doing something crazy. I can see Mel going live from his work and talking 49ers, too. Hey, Jay.
Ronbo.
Jay. Well, Jay.
What it do?
Come on in, man. You rolling down the road, or you stopped over? I was wondering, do you stop and just go ahead and call in? Or are you like rolling down the road like B-Ham and going to get on the phone? Because you guys
we rolling.
Yeah. Love it. And then one time I imagine you being at the dock just unloading payload, and then because I heard you talking to somebody. But Jerry, here's the thing. Now, Kyle Shanahan has let everybody know, look, man, I ain't got no options. I got Jimmy out there. He going to be hobbling around with a walking stick and a football. And I'm going to go ahead and get him busy. I know Aaron Donald's going to be coming at him 100 miles an hour. I don't care. We ain't going to tackle him during the course of the week. I'm thinking to myself, Coach, if you don't tackle him during the week and see if he can get up and still play, I promise you Sunday, the first time Aaron Donald gets him, and he is going to get him, you can bet any amount of money and buy you a new home if you put $1 down on a bet. And I'm saying, this is a very scary situation. But it's G versus the Rams defensive line, which I just heard ain't that good except for Aaron Donald. So I'm feeling a little better about that. Moseley's coming in so Brian Allen can sit the hell down. Now, that may be better because maybe we'll avoid getting down 14-0 in the first quarter. Should I say first 5 minutes of the game? So, and Jay, McGlinchey got mad today on his press conference. I couldn't believe McGlinchey had to explain it to people need to stop talking about me until they watch the whole game. I don't know what game. I don't know what Mike McGlinchey's talking about. We was watching the whole game, Mike. Every time we looked up, someone was kicking your butt. See? But anyway,
Exactly, man.
Jay, what are you thinking?
That's a problem now. Worried about the media and what people think.
Yeah.
You playing soft.
He shouldn't even been talking about that. I agree. Jay,
Right.
what do you?
You just should have been honest. You know what I mean? I ain't playing good right now. I need to step my game up. You know what I mean? The whole team. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm waiting on this 2-14. Hopefully, get Travis Lawrence or Justin Fields out there.
2-14. How bad would that be? He'd have to. Jed
That's
would have
all
to
right,
quit. He'd have to fire everybody and then fire himself.
Nah, he got to fire everybody for, man. We just need to slow down, relax.
But you know how 2-14 goes. People got to get
It's
fired.
just 1 year.
Yeah, we got away with it, Kyle, though, the first time, actually. We had 2-14, didn't we?
I know. Y'all weren't saying that last year, though. Oh, Robert Silas, I'm sorry. Yo, you the best defensive coordinator.
Jay, come on, man.
The smartest.
That was me. Hey, Jay, but listen, like I said, if all things are right, he's good. He is not Tomlin's. What's the Pittsburgh Steelers coach?
Mike Tomlin, yeah.
Yeah, he ain't Mike Tomlin by any stretch. Mike Tomlin can put anybody together and have a tough defense. Although he's got a pretty good personnel now, but yeah, no, Saleh messes up because I think he doesn't make calls. If your coordinator's making stupid calls like putting Brian Allen out there, then Saleh, you don't argue with him. No, I'm not starting Brian Allen.
That wasn't really a super call because we ain't had nobody else to put out there. Kello was acting like he was hurt.
Yeah.
Moseley and Sherman out. You know what I mean? K1 out. You know what I mean?
Wait.
Tim Hurst is
He's hurt too. You're right.
He was hurt. We ain't had no. You know what I mean? We
had the one guy
else.
we had the other guy from Minnesota. I mean, from the Dolphins practice squad. From what I understand, though, but he must have been worse.
Yeah, and they were talking about his hamstring, and we just had that dude come off the Buccaneers squad this week. So, they looking for corners.
I know.
They ain't had nobody else to put out there.
I know. Hey, Mel.
He had to go out there.
And Mel was just talking about that. Mel, call San Francisco or Santa Clara. God, they are looking for cornerbacks. Ain't no time. Who is this dude they just brought in from the Bucs? You know anything about him?
Nah, he a rookie. He an undrafted rookie. So from Oklahoma State. I forgot his name, but I ain't too mad. I'm over it. They do good, but I'm like you said the other day. I'm either Super Bowl contender or first round number 1 pick contender. I don't like that in between 6 and 10, 7 and 9, get a middle 20, 18th draft pick. No, man.
Oh, yeah, that's useless.
If we're gonna lose, we might as well lose.
And don't back into the playoffs with no 9-7 record, because that means you're going out and embarrassing us in the wild card weekend. I don't need that either. That bothers me more, because the Seahawks like to do that all the time. Yes, they made it to the playoffs again for the 5th year in a row, 6th year in a row, and they're coming out 5 minutes after they get there. That's embarrassing. So, go there prepared to win it.
You're right. But if I think this team be able to get 9-7 and, get in some kind of momentum, I think they'd be ready for the playoffs.
Well, yeah, that would mean, yeah.
That'd mean they doing something right. As far as and Kyle Shanahan from last year, he's seen everybody keep talking about this running game. All right, that's cool. We got a running game, but we ain't got the same defense to keep that. You know what I mean? To keep the ball in our hands so we can run the ball more often. They're giving up more points, so of course they're gonna have to pass. And Kyle Shanahan saying from last year, we need that passing game. No, I want to know what's the last team y'all know that won the Super Bowl with a dominant number one rushing game, no passing game. I wait.
And but Jay, and vice versa too. When was the last time a team won with receiving? Well, last year actually. That was the first time though a team actually won with all-star receiving. Usually, if you're going to win, you're going to have to run, and your tight ends are usually the guys that do the most damage.
Run. Yeah, but you ain't got to run to the fact that you're the number one rushing team.
No, you can't just run though.
When Philly beat New England, you know what I mean? They ain't had no real top Jeffries, but they ain't had no real superstar receivers. You know, Nick Foles just came and burned them up.
Yeah, you got to have. There needs to be a balance. Your best football team is one with a balance that can sting you running and passing, and that's what you got to have to normally win. And they did that to us last year, actually. And every year that's usually the case. There's always, So those are the things that got to be corrected.
And Kyle just see we behind the 8 ball in our passing game. You know what I mean?
We are.
Kyle knowing his heart, Jimmy ain't the answer. Well, you know what I mean? He knowing his heart.
I think
now he just throwing them.
We can't be behind
them through the woods.
Exactly, but you know what? We cannot be. We're not used to playing from behind. We saw exactly what happens when the 49ers have to play behind. If now you have to throw, all they got to do is what they did. Put 21 dudes on the line. Let him try to throw it. We'll beat his ass. Jay.
That's it.
We're out of time, Jay. I'm going to see you. May see you tomorrow if you get a chance. If Kyle shows up. Because I want to hear what Sal has to say. All right, fam. Appreciate you, Jay.
All right. Appreciate you, Rambo, all the time, man. Appreciate all you do, man.
Thanks,
You're the best thing for the faithful. And, we always faithful. We're going for that number one pick.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence, president. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Let's get it. Trevor Lawrence, first round pick.
Give it a hard, Jay. Yes. There he goes, rolling down the road. And Deshaun, thanks, Deshaun. He said, what's up, Ronbo? Yes, we are at the crossroads. Stay away from haters. I know. You know, we get this all the time. If we're not winning, the Chicken Little calls start, the fire everybody, kill the quarterback, And that's okay. I'm used to it now because we've been going through this for years. But, I can't wait to say, I told y'all about Jimmy. And how many times did I tell you about him? Boy, did a masterpiece. I can't wait. Santana.
What's up, Ronbo? How you doing, man?
Santana, I'm in here like I'm campaigning for Jimmy G for president. Getting all kind of people. The chat is just getting on my ass. I ain't giving up on him, Santana. Hey, but Coach, the way he's talking now, he better have a better plan for Jimmy this week than he did last week. Actually, we can't play from behind. I think that helps too. I'm thinking Jimmy's probably going to be a little better in sync this week after being off 2 weeks. Apparently, it affected him a little bit. The leg should be healed up better than it was last week. And hey, Santana, we got Moseley back, so no Brian Allen this week. Spoon said he's feeling better too. He'd better not say he ain't feeling good after last week. And
cut Spoon, man.
I know Spoon.
Yeah, man.
Spoon, it's bad. It's too late, Spoon. Coach, I believe I can handle it now. Oh, really? Good.
But Ronbo, come on, man. Some colors are red, man. We need to cut these softies, man. Pettis and Weatherspoon. We can't have that, man. It's like they had him for emergency. It's like, bro, are you good to go or you're not good to go? I don't want no in between. Are you yes or no? Like he came in after what? They already scored 3
14
touchdowns.
points.
So what?
And he felt sorry.
He couldn't do any worse.
Yeah.
Come
or
on.
that. Rookie contracts.
Get him out of here,
Ronbo. They're rookie contracts. You can't. You cut him. You still have to pay.
So look at Le'Veon Bell, Ronbo. He's sitting on the couch now. They don't care, And we gotta do the same thing and show the team that like if you're not ready to play, if you don't want to play, if you're not hungry to be in the field, then there's no room for you. Yeah, there's no room for you. So, but that's that with
you mentioned Le'Veon real quick though before you go to the next thought. I don't see anybody asking for Le'Veon. Did you want Le'Veon?
Le'Veon, I mean, I don't want him just because I don't want that drama. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Nobody's saying bring Le'Veon because Le'Veon he is a
nah.
problem child.
I've heard stuff where he might go back to the Steelers. So we'll see.
He woke up and smelled the roses because he ain't did nothing since he left Pittsburgh. Nothing.
Oh no, nothing. Yeah, but yeah, I'm happy Moseley's back, Ronbo. Like I can't wait to see him. I mean, expecting to be a little rusty. And same thing. Is Sherman coming back, or is he still going to be sit out?
No, Sherman's still he's had a strain that just won't get better. I guess I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well then, man, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a tough week in Ronbo. I'm not really feeling too positive about this, you know. And the only reason I'm saying this, Ronbo, like, you know, my heart says that we're gonna win, you know, but
same here.
You got to look at it in reality, you know.
I know
we're not looking too good, Ronbo. We're not looking too good, and it's not. We have the talent. We're just not in sync with each other, you know. For you know, people say that like let's establish the run. Let's go back to the run. Yeah, but the problem is that their game plan is gonna be make
the
Jimmy
49ers
G throw the ball.
Run. Yep.
No, yeah, they're going to stop the run, make Jimmy G throw the ball, because right now they see that we're having trouble passing the ball.
Mm.
You know? So that's going to be their game plan, is stopping our run, make Jimmy G throw the ball. And obviously, if we can't throw it, that means we can't run. You know what I'm saying? They're just going to stack the box and stop us there.
And Santana, you know, it works both ways, though, because the reason we had to throw the ball last week is we were down 14, 21 points within a heartbeat, right?
Exactly.
So now the defense is like, I bet they don't run now. Put everybody front line. Soon as they snap that ball, I want everybody on it. See that? That's all you got to do.
No.
We have got to get the run going in the beginning of the game and not be 14 to 21 points. Well, it was 21, 24. It was ridiculous.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, Jimmy G is going to have to be able to throw the ball, man, to kind of give us a little cushion in the run. Because if they see that Jimmy G struggling throwing the ball, Ronbo, it's going to be a tough night.
Well, no,
it's going to be rough to watch.
But Santana, that's why you got to run first. Don't come out the game passing. Start running, and then when you get you loosen up that defense. Now Debo can get loose. Now Ayuk can get loose. Now they can get loose.
Yeah, I think that Kyle Shanahan maybe started passing in the couple games to get their quarterback, you know, in shape, give him a couple reps, but they struggled, you know. So you know, we had a little trouble too with passing the ball. So I mean, I don't know, Ronbo. Like I said, man, I just feel like the Rams are going to come with that game plan: stop the run and make Jimmy G throw the ball. And if Jimmy G, like I said, can't throw the ball, Ronbo, it's gonna be real tough, you know.
You know
what?
So
we'll see.
Yeah, but the Rams don't have linebackers. The 49ers are going to be able to run. The fear with this game is how efficient are the Rams going to be offensively, and can we stop them? You know. So
exactly.
Ran out of time.
That's gonna be yeah. All right, man.
Finish that.
All right, man.
All right. Let me.
All right. No. I'm saying if we can stop them, then we can establish the run and get the ball back and keep going with it. But if not, it's gonna be a long night. But all right, Ronbo, I'll let you go, man. Hey, the field, Justin Fields, man. We need to pick up that guy if we can, man, in the draft.
Who?
Justin Fields, quarterback.
Quarterback. You guys got to get over the quarterback.
That guy's a stud, Ronbo.
49ers will never draft a quarterback in the first round. You guys need to get over it. That's not going to Kyle, they don't do it. But Santana, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, all right, man. See you later, man. Later.
Yo, Big Steve.
Oh, Ronbo, here we are again.
Yes. But, you know, it's been a long time. We got a whole year off from this misery. And, here we are back again. And
we did
get
a year off.
It's not as gloomy.
It wasn't long enough.
Yeah, it's not as gloomy as it is for a few teams. And you know what? It's not as gloomy.
It wasn't long enough.
Yeah, it's not as gloomy as it is for a few teams. Yeah, it's not as gloomy as it is for a few teams. So, I still think the 49ers are going to finally figure this out. They've got to make some adjustments for what they have. For all intents and purposes, the 49ers are playing like they're doing preseason. Offensive line's not quite ready to roll. The defense has got to figure out how they're going to do without certain players. It's a bad situation. It's not all about – everybody thinks it's all about Jimmy. I know I'm a Jimmy guy, but it ain't all Jimmy. We're losing on several fronts. But, Big Steve, what are you thinking?
No, it's definitely not all just, it's not just Jimmy Garoppolo. And I think a lot of people know it's not. It starts at the top. That's what I think personally. It starts at the top with the coaching. Kyle Shanahan, he makes the same mistakes that he keeps making over and over again. Robert Saleh won't rotate his guys. He won't substitute guys. And it's like, what are you guys doing out there? That game last week, I was going to call in Ronbo. I was so upset. I said, "No, I got to give myself a few days to get over this shit." Oh my goodness, man, that was bad.
It is.
That was bad. That was like watching a high school football team. They look like a high school football team out there getting wrecked
wasn't it? You got Brian
by a pro team.
Brian Williams, and then Fitzmagic said, "Hey, who's that kid, Brian Williams? Hey, just streak down the field. I'm going to put that." I'm getting corrected. Sorry. Brian Allen. Hey, look, whatever number, right? Just give me a go route. Allen. Just go route. I'm going to throw it right to you, okay? And they did twice. I says, Robert Saleh, go talk to your coach, figure something out, talk to Jimmy, get your safeties, do something. But don't just let that continue to happen. 24 points. And did you see the horse collar tackle? That's when I wanted to take a stick and just beat him. You're not helping us on the coverage, and now you're getting called for penalties, although it was a questionable penalty. But still, would you stay out of trouble? Oh.
It's abysmal. The whole game was just terrible. I mean, it's not like you could say, the secondary or, the O-line wasn't, or it was the quarterback. It was everything. It was literally everybody. Now, the defense wasn't playing right. The offense wasn't. The secondary. I mean, they were clowning that poor kid on that the dude we were just talking about.
Brian Allen.
Yeah. They were just clowning him the whole day. And
not the whole day.
Sal
finally made him sit down.
Yeah, a little too late, too.
Yeah.
And you know what? Somebody said, Witherspoon is, who was it? Dante Witness saying that Akella Witherspoon is soft. He's right.
Yeah, he was right.
Is. And why do you have Jimmy out there if he's not ready? We probably would have got beat either way, but
I know,
at least, put CJ Beathard out there or something. If Jimmy's not ready, then you just
but it was too late.
The problem. Yeah, exactly. So what do you think's going to happen this Sunday night, Ronbo?
For some reason, unlike a lot of people, I feel good about Jimmy being out there this Sunday. I got a feeling I don't see that happening to him again, not in the same fashion. I do see the offensive line finally getting a little better because according to Mike McGlinchey, if you want to believe him, they're still trying to bring their game together. He's got Brunskill next to him, whereas he had Mike Person last year. There's no Weston Richburg, but God is not a bad guy in the middle. He got a lot of time in last year as well. It's that thing going on with Trent Williams and Tomlinson that's got everybody a little confused. That's got to get better too, but maybe it's just about a matter of reps. So maybe we're going to see a better game from the offensive line this week than we did last week. I'm hoping.
We need Sherman out there. With Moseley. Even if we get Moseley out there, who's on the other side?
Verrett. And
you know what I mean?
Big Steve, though, what do you think about Verrett? I'm liking him. I don't
Verrett
think he's
play
allowing
this
any. Yeah, Verrett was out there. They didn't throw on him. I think Magic threw on him maybe once or twice. It failed.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I forgot about Verrett, yeah. I want Richard Sherman back out there, man. Like, he's been out for too long. Come on, it's a freaking calf, dude. Let's get out there, bro. These guys are too soft, man. You know what? Kyle Shanahan needs to go back to what brought him to the Super Bowl last year. Run the ball. It's just that simple. There's no, if Jimmy's not 100%, it's not rocket science right now. Just run the ball. That's what works for you. Or run first offense.
And that's what he'd like to do. Shanahan always wants to do that.
Yeah, and give Raheem Mostert the ball. Raheem Mostert's probably one of the, I'd say, top 10 running backs in the league.
But remember,
give him the ball.
we were down about 24-3 or something like that. You can't run now. That's the problem. Now you got to put it up.
Again, that goes back to the coaching. Why did you wait so long to start try to run the ball, but now you can't run the ball, and now you got to throw it a million times.
At the beginning of the game, they were running. Moseley was having a great time until Brian Allen decided, I'm gonna spot him 14, and let's see what we can do. We're good. Yeah. Now, see, game over from that point. Your game plan's out the window, and no more run. Anyway, they shouldn't get behind this week. We'll see what happens. Steve, we're out of time. Let me see tomorrow. Sal's going to be in tomorrow for a press conference, I think, and we'll see what he has to say and be back to talk about him. All right.
Oh man, I'm going to be watching this game with one eye open, one eye closed.
I know.
Kind of like with the hand over that, hand over the eyes, kind of like peeking through your fingers.
Scary movie time. All right, Steve. Have a good night, fam.
Hey, hopefully it goes well, man. Have a good night, Ronbo.
Agreed. Night. Hey, Jay.
What's up, Ronbo?
Jay, the question is, what's down? 49ers. You know what's so funny, Jay? Here's one good omen, though. I have, and a lot of others have been, we just knew we was going to win against the Dolphins. We just knew we were going to beat the Eagles. And this week, ain't nobody running around talking about, I know we're going to beat the Rams. No, we hope they beat the Rams. And as I said, I got a good feeling about it. But ain't nobody talking about jumping up and down on the Rams. So you know what? We'll probably win this game.
We probably will.
Yeah.
We had a couple of humble pie. You know what I'm saying? We didn't see this as coming. You know what I mean? We was projecting, 13-3, the best 15-1, and man, that's why the NFL, man, it could. It could trick you. You know what I'm saying? You get these injuries. 1 minute you could be a top dog, and 1 minute. That's what I said about the Super Bowl hangover, man. Everybody need to quit. Everybody stop saying the revenge tour.
I take that hashtag down off everything I do. Jay, from now on, we make predictions at the beginning of the season. It's, you say 14-1, 15-1, 14-2, 13-2, whatever you want to say, but say, provided we don't have
by
a
injury.
glutton of injuries.
And that's what I said. If we didn't have any injuries, I think we would have been in really good shape.
We might have lost
one.
What I'm saying? Yeah. But it ain't 2 and 3.
No. We barely lost the Cardinals, so we could have been 5-0. You know what I'm saying? I think when all this stuff was going on, too, a lot of things, I'm not trying to make no excuse. A lot of things happened this year that has really screwed a lot of things up. We didn't have, and rightfully so, everybody went through it. So can't blame that, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's just been a weird year.
Yeah, a lot of teams. Guys going down.
Yeah.
I mean, lots of guys are going down. But that's why you got to get depth in your lineup. You can't just get first stringers like Trent Baalke used to do and have guys sitting on the bench that you pray they don't have to come in. See, but we did do that for the most part.
That's what I was saying, Ronbo. Because at the end of the day, we had George Kittle, Ross Dwelly. You know what I'm saying? We had a couple of tight ends. Then we turn around, end up getting Jordan Reed, and then we already done. But we got Jordan Reed after we drafted a tight end.
He should be due back in a couple of weeks.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I forgot about him.
So you just so we was deep on that part, and then for some reason that what's the name got injured, the running back, Trevor Kemp,
Oh,
so
TC.
we was TC, we were deep. You know what I'm saying? Now we got a lot of injuries. We got a lot of injuries.
And the wrong
I think
injuries.
we got the most injuries out of all the teams. And, that's why they really ain't probably clowning on us, because of the simple fact we have so many injuries. I think what it is, we need to just cut out the training crew and get an NFL training crew. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? They have that science group. from they had last year. But we're still got guys going down like flies. You know, some of them are crazy accidents. You remember how
Yeah,
Jordan
they need
Reed
to
went
figure
down?
out who to get to make them not prevent injuries, because a lot of these teams ain't having. Cardinals went to New York, and none of them ain't had no key injuries like that.
They got
That's
one
what I'm
now.
saying. So
Jay, they got a serious one right now.
Tyson, yeah.
Chandler Jones.
Yeah, I've seen that. Chandler Jones. I was so happy about that.
We can beat him now. We will.
Yeah,
Cardinals
yeah.
can't wait to play
I
you
don't
now.
want to see no players get hurt, but when it is your rivalry, you like, man, I'm kind of glad.
Because look at us.
Yeah, but
I want even playing field here. If I got 30 guys out, then you need to have 25.
Yeah. And I think what it is, I think Kyle needs this, because I think Kyle needs to come with a better game plan. He's thinking, hey, I can run this scheme and then try to stick with it. Sometimes you got to throw that stuff out the window. Sometimes you go down the wrong street, you got to make a U-turn. Sometimes you got to take your playbook and say, okay, this ain't working. Okay, let me implement some plays. If somebody's blitzing you, you got to do things as, screen plays. You got to get the ball out of it.
This week, though, because the 49ers are not good from playing from high. As long as they're not 14 points down, I think they'll be a different game. That game probably would have been close if we wouldn't have been throwing the ball. Because as soon as we got 14 to 21 points down, now it's all air attack. You don't have time to run the ball.
Yeah, it would be. See, it was like the color said a couple of days ago. He was right. He said, but that was in the first quarter.
Yeah,
so you still had second, you had third quarter, and you have fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can still implement your game plan, but if you were down
a lot of points, it ruins your approach.
Yeah, a lot of points. Then I understand.
We got to stop though, fam. We're over time. Let me see you tomorrow and see what Robert Saleh has to say. I have a feeling he'll be up tomorrow for his media conference. See what he has to say. All right.
All right, Ronbo. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
Thanks, Jay. All right. Night, fam. And Seahawks. Thanks. He says Jimmy has been hurt since last year. He played through it, and it went mostly unnoticed. And catching him now, he needs more rest. I know, but you know what? He's a competitor. He doesn't have spoonism in him. So, he'll get out there. He wanted to play the week before last, and he wasn't ready. But we'll see what he does this week. Hey, Johnny V. And Seahawks thanks.
Ronbo.
Hey, Johnny.
What's happening, my man? How you doing?
John, a little worried. Anxiety's starting to creep in now, like it reminds of the year before last. I don't want to see the 49ers go 2-4. That's really not good. But I got a feeling they'll be fighting tooth and nail this week, like we haven't seen them get up for a game all season. And maybe that's all they needed, John. Maybe they just needed a huge motivator, because let's face it, last week was a cakewalk, basically, until the Super Bowl. And even then, they lost that Super Bowl in the closing minutes. Actually, that would have been a cakewalk. So, this year, maybe it takes a little bit more to fire them up. But, John, the only thing I worry about is you hear the same thing from the press conference every week. Yeah, they were throwing looks at us that just we'd never seen before. But we're going to be able to readjust. Yeah. Listen, McGlinchey, you're right. You're going to see that every week, guys. Oh, but John, what do you think of G is coming back this week? Kyle says he's going to go with him. He's not going with CJ or Nick. You got Moseley returning. Maybe we don't start off in a hole. What are you thinking?
I'm worried. I'm as worried as I was before he went into that to last week, Ronbo. Mm-hmm. I mean, there were times last week where he wasn't even putting pressure on the foot. It wasn't even touching the ground, and he was throwing the damn ball. He's hurt. He's legitimately hurt. And Nick Mullins lost the confidence of Kyle Shanahan, and we're stuck without a reasonable backup that can drive the ball down the field. We needed the Nick Mullins that could dink and dunk the ball, 15, 20 yards and work it into the red zone where we could get the running game. Mm-hmm. Now we have to rely on an injured Jimmy, and all it's doing is he's just losing real estate every time he goes out there. You know, it doesn't matter how bad Kyle and Robert Saleh look. Jimmy G will always be the poster boy of our failures.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm tired of it.
45
you know, I'm tired
points.
of it.
It's Jimmy's fault.
You know, yeah. Out here in Cleveland, all I'm hearing from everybody around me is Jimmy G's got to go. Like, okay, everybody wants him to go, Rumble, but nobody has a viable replacement. They can't give me Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan, what the hell am I going to do with Matt Ryan? He's 0-4.
He's not right.
You guys need Dan Quinn as a defensive coordinator. Why the hell would I want that? Together, he and Kyle lost the Super Bowl. Why the hell would I want that?
Again.
I don't want that.
Jet won't accept that probably. You're right. I forgot about that.
No, why the hell would you want that? You know, that's like you're writing the headlines before they're even printed, man. No. You know what, Ronbo? Let me tell you something.
And John, how about this one? Hey, what we could do is we could get a tank for Trevor. We don't tank, number one. And number two, Kyle is not going to draft a quarterback in the first round. It goes against both of those guys. John Lynch and Kyle, they would never draft a quarterback in the first round. It's never going to happen.
Kyle refuses a mobile quarterback. He will not. He doesn't like mobility. He doesn't like it. He doesn't want it. He doesn't believe that a mobile quarterback is versatile. He doesn't have the law. The mobile quarterbacks, except Russell, don't have that ability. You know, they're burned out,
make the pass,
busted up.
Yeah.
So, you know, what pisses me off most of all, Ronbo, is that the Arizona Cardinals claimed Prince Amukamara. How the hell did we miss that, dude?
Oh. Yeah,
he was a Bears cornerback. He's been a veteran corner.
Yeah,
what the hell were we?
Hasn't he been out about 2 weeks?
I don't know. I just saw something on Twitter that the Arizona Cardinals claimed him and they put him on their practice squad. And we go and get Brian Allen? What the hell?
Wow.
Why didn't you just throw a stick at any reasonable guy about 6'4" and ask him to run alongside of a receiver and see how well he does? You could have. Yeah,
he's been out for a couple of weeks too, John. I remember when he first got released. It's been a while.
Yeah.
So we could have got him a long time ago.
What the hell were we? We were snoozing on that dude.
You know how they go though. To claim people off waivers, you need to be at a certain. They rank you. You know, it's your turn or your turn or your turn.
Do.
Everybody passes.
They do.
Yeah.
We might have claimed him on
list.
waivers and just not. We could have been too far down. I mean, I imagine we've claimed just about every name that's even available, every bum that had a resume. So yeah, I would imagine we're too far down.
Maybe.
But it is what it is, Rumble. I'm afraid for Jimmy Rumble. The original question, brother.
Yeah.
I'm afraid. I'm afraid for him, and you know, I don't know.
He's going down.
I don't know.
And when he gets up,
the pressure is on him too. Yeah, the pressure is on Jimmy Rumble. There's not a damn thing that dude can do without a bad set of downs. Get the hell out of San Francisco. You were crap. You were second string. You were never good enough to begin with. Blah blah blah. Well, you know what? He's all we've been running with. Yeah. You know, I don't know what else you guys want. You know, what the hell do you want? We've got to get what we can get out of him. We need. How can the man play confident if he's never really had the confidence of John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan to begin with? I mean, does anybody want to know? Does Jimmy want to be in San Francisco? Has anybody thought to ask him, do you want to be here next year? He could say after the season, ship me out of here, bro.
Yeah. And also, John,
your fan base
here's
me.
one
don't
key
have the
factor.
support of
Also,
the,
John, also, one key factor, Jimmy's never had but one real wideout that's worth, you know, and we've been dealing with guys who are trying to, kids we draft, second tier and third tier wide receivers.
Right.
And in 2017, when he didn't have to go by Pyle's playbook, he did a great job. But he was also doing sort of like doing Jimmy football. Then he learns the playbook. You got rookie wide receivers. It's a process that nobody's willing to wait on. They're going to blame it on Jimmy, no matter how good the wide receivers are. Drops, that's not the wide receiver's fault. That's Jimmy's fault. Everything is Jimmy's fault.
Right.
So that's why I'm in his corner. Wait till his kids grow up. If they can wait that long, and let's see what happens after that, then I'll go along with the get rid of Jimmy guys. But otherwise, I'm watching what's going on, and I see why some of the things are happening.
All this speculation, Ronbo, and all this heat that he takes, whether he's a Niner next year or not, Ronbo, Garoppolo is going to eventually become a pretty damn good quarterback in the league.
He's got it.
He will.
He's got that.
And we're going to sit back and say, you know, where were those days? But Kyle's schemes are overthought and overexecuted. So I don't know. Maybe we just need to. I don't know.
Let it develop. If the patience stays there, you got a Ayuk and Debo. They grow up. You got George already in place. He does all the work now, and that tells you right there why things are like that. If George is doing all the work, it's not because he needs to, but he has to. John, we're having too much fun here. We got to go. I'm trying to get back to
man.
All right.
My brother, it's always a pleasure. I love you, brother. Love the show. Take care of yourself.
John. Thanks. Appreciate that,
I'll see you soon, my man.
All right.
Good night,
Looking
my man.
tomorrow.
Good night.
Night.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Christopher Eckler says, we need to beat the Rams, Ronbo, our arch rivals. This could turn our season around and keep the faith, Ronbo. 49ers looking for a win this week. Thanks, Christopher. I love that. I like that attitude, man. You gotta believe in the Niners, man. I got a feeling, though. The Rams man, this is going to be interesting. Are we playing in L.A.? That's even better. The 49ers seem to wake up on the road, especially when you got no fans. It makes it even easier. Jason R. Thanks, Jason. Week 5 in 94, Niners were blown out 40-8 by the Eagles. Steve Young was benched. People wanted coach fired. We later won the Super Bowl. See, those are the storybook finishes you want to see coming. But this right now, it looks serious. But Steve Young had a bunch of great receivers, a run game, a defense from hell. Throwback jerseys, too, with on our way. Yes. Emilio.
What's happening?
Emilio, we continue to wonder what's going on between Kyle and Jimmy. As Kyle says, I'm going with Jimmy again this week. Bad ankle and all. And then Moseley's coming back this week, so we don't have to worry about Brian Allen out there at least. Spoon was going to come back anyway. But still, it's a good thing to know because Moseley, shoot, that's the best receiver we got that ain't named Richard Sherman. And maybe Jason Verrett, too. I kind of like him now. He's looking good out there. And by the way, Emilio, as everybody's talking about the offensive line, Mike McGlinchey says, man, I'm tired of y'all talking about me, man. You see a couple of plays, and you make these judgments. Mike McGlinchey's out there crying his eyes out. I had to laugh. That was the only time I could laugh during that press conference. But Emilio, what's going on, man? What do you think about these things?
No, I found that too. I found that funny. I was listening to it because I was like, well, let me watch it before I come on to YouTube. So talk about. Because usually sometimes I don't watch it. So I was like, dude, I was like, are you serious? I was like, dude, what is everybody watching? The tweeters and all this. I said, dude.
Yeah, you know information off of Twitter. We're not watching Twitter.
I was like, okay. And I thought about, you and everybody on here. I said, okay, we all on here watch the game from start to finish. You guys were getting beat left and right.
And
of course, maybe
left.
some more. Yeah, so, and up and down the field. So, come on, dude. People saw it, of course, I get what he's saying. Guys, sometimes people on Twitter get on Twitter, don't know what they're talking about. Everybody does it, but everybody always has their opinion. Some are more truthful, some are just like, oh, let's just say this or get this player mad and that.
But I mean, if you're Mike McGlinchey, this is a subject you shouldn't even entertain. If they said something like that to me, I need to get better, and then stop, Mike. Just stop, because you know what? You did this for the last 3 weeks.
No, and we've heard Sherman say it last year. Oh yeah, guys, go ahead and talk. If that's what you think we're for pretenders, we're pretenders. Say it, keep saying it. Don't change your mind later on. Talking about, we're good, and all of a sudden, no, if we suck, we suck. Keep the same motto. You know me, when I've told you before, if I feel like the team sucks to me, it sucks to me. I mean, we have issues at this point. It's getting to the point like, damn, we really do suck this year. But I'm just like, I see why. It's because injuries and a bunch of miscues left and right. It's just not because the team is honestly horrible. It's just for the most part, we have injuries is what our thing is. So I know why we're not doing so good. It's not because we suck, because we have the talent on the field. We have a whole bunch of it.
Yeah.
But
they got to be there.
Dude, you can't worry about it. You can't worry about a Twitter, dude. Get a Twitter, get your ass up.
He's really sensitive.
Admit you have your head. I said that African. I said this dude is like. I said I didn't want to call him out of his name. I said, dude, you can't so sensitive. I said, get over it. Do you get back on the field? Admit we made mistakes. Let's get this. Let's try to improve, and let's not try to get. Of course we want the W, but dude, improve and say, okay, and we will have a fighting chance to win games or get close enough to win games.
And you know what,
Do
Emilio?
something. Don't
And you know
just
what worries me too, Emilio? These players, and Eric Armstead went after Kyle, what's his name? The guy, Grant Cohn. You know, our players need to do not quite as much as Jimmy ignores everybody. Well, at least he probably knows, but he doesn't respond. Stop fighting with reporters. You know,
no, stop entertaining them. Stop
I want you to
entertaining them, dude.
focus
Them dudes want to react.
on your
Them dudes
job.
want you to react. They want you to get mad. They want you to talk and answer why. Like it's like Marshawn said, I'm just here for, you know why I'm here. Because every time I say something, you flip my words around. So why am I here? So just stop. Just stop feeding into that. They want you to get upset. They want you to get annoyed so they can write something. Oh, they're a dysfunctional team. They're not the same Super Bowl team from last year. Dude, stop feeding into that.
Oh, man. So, you know.
Well,
we're going to see what they look. Because I just hope they get focused. If it fires you up, okay. But don't respond. And then get out there and show everybody so you can. If you want to respond after you hand him his butt. Say, hey, how you like me now, boy? And it just one tweet. That's enough.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know?
Yeah, no, that's what he should have done. He said, man, I don't care what you guys think. You know, we messed up. Yeah, we lost the game. So what? You know what? We're going to come out and change everything, try to improve and get a W.
Because that's football.
Instead of worrying about what people said. Yeah. Dude, you just bit into that. Now everybody's going to make fun of you like, oh, this guy's sensitive. We're going to say something else to make you like
It was funny.
Like,
you guys look at Twitter and just
we're laughing at it. And it's like, dude, we're not reporters and we're laughing at this guy. Dude, what do you think the rest of the media's going to do to you?
Yeah.
Come on, dude, get over that.
He'll be all right. At least we got Moseley back on the field.
That is a positive thing, but I don't know if he's going to play it. I know they said he was.
He's in a blue
had
shirt.
A non-contact blue jersey.
Yeah.
The blue shirt.
I don't know. Spoon jumped up and said, "Okay, I'm okay." Spoon knows. Spoon, you really could have came in earlier and said, "I'm okay." So after we got down 14, 21 points, then here you come talk about, Coach, I'm cool. Let me get back in there. Why now? You could have after that first series. You could have said, "I can handle this." Soft.
Yeah, well, that's what we talked about the other day. We was like, "Come on, dude, really?" All of a sudden, you let the guy get blown up, and then all of a sudden, I'm good, Coach. Let me. You know what? Dude?
Hitler was so right.
Did it trying to make this dude him look better, but you know
that. We ran out of time. Let me. I'll probably be back tomorrow though. I can't wait for Robert Saleh. I can't wait. I think he's coming up tomorrow.
No,
if that be the case,
I'm waiting for that. Yeah, I want to wait for that too. Hopefully,
everybody's waiting for him.
Dude, a lot of us want. I don't know. I'm not saying he's on the hot seat yet, but he says you have to make an improvement, try to make adjustments. You know, we all want to see that. Like, come on, dude, adjust to what. And
the media's waiting on him.
To the other team, adjust it.
All right, fam. I'll look for you tomorrow.
All right.
Night, Emilio.
All right, man. All right.
Yeah, I was hoping Robert Saleh was coming out today. I say, Seahawks. Thanks. Steve Young to Largent would have been stupid. Who was the quarterback in Seattle when Largent was throwing? Because they were an awesome combination, too, actually, as I remember. That was back when they were in the AFC. Ellis!
Ronbo.
Ellis.
What's up, man?
Oh, man, we're just worrisome. This is the first real worry week, because we knew this was going to happen. Even if we'd have been 5-0, coming in this week was already, here they come, boy. The Rams are thinking revenge. They've been watching what other teams do to whoop us up, and they're going to come in with the same juice. But then I just heard the Rams' defensive front is not doing all that, and they're not ranked that high. I thought they was doing a better job. We might not be in as big a danger defensively as I'm thinking because Jimmy's coming out there. Kyle feels like he ain't got no other option. He's going to bring Jimmy out there in a wheelchair and have him go ahead and be quarterback. And that's the one news. And then you got Moseley's back, so maybe we don't start in such a hole. Our defensive secondaries is a little tighter, hopefully. But maybe he might not play like everybody thinks, too, or some people think. So, but what are you thinking? Hey, Brian Ford, thank you. As much as I can't stand you, thanks for that news. Jim Zorn to Largent. All right, let's go ahead.
Yeah, man. I kind of said bringing Jimmy back prematurely, could kind of bite us in the ass.
And what I'm hoping is that I was right. And he was playing like shit. But if that ankle is hurt, man, and we're pushing Jimmy out there, it's pretty much it's like do or die at this point. And why are we putting him at risk of possibly
being out for more
extending that
weeks.
injury and having to be out where he can't even come play? You can't give him a shot, wrap his leg in a soft cast and throw his ass out there and tell him to hobble around. He's going to get to a point where he ain't even going to be able to do that, and they're going to have to. I mean, the doctors aren't going to consent to allow him to play.
Yep.
And then we're going to be really having to depend on Nick and CJ for the rest of the damn season. I don't see why we're doing that. It's kind of like, because if we're all being honest with ourselves, let's say we throw Jimmy out there, he plays decent or he doesn't play decent, but that damn injury becomes worse. Then we can't look forward to having Jimmy in week 7, 8, 9, 10. Shit, who knows? Depending on how, the injury, the severity of it, increases, then that will depict whether or not or when we actually get him back if he does, get injured again. So I don't know, man. I think this is, these are dangerous. These are dangerous waters right now.
It's a risk.
We're tread through.
You can see Shannon doesn't feel like he has any choice, which is really a frightening thing. So, yeah.
Exactly. Desperation 101. So, yeah, and we should have never got here. They should have just he should have just kept cycling in CJ and Nick and doing what we can, because those are the only two backups that we have. We have to do what we can, but we don't want to compromise our big, our highest paid, player on the damn team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But again, I don't know, man. It's risky. We'll see what happens. Jimmy's got to come with it though. I mean, he did play like shit. I didn't get a chance to talk much about that. I mean, it was quite terrible, and it was off, and he was out of rhythm. And like you said, and like we all pretty much been looking at, is this the high ankle sprain that's not allowing him to, you need your feet. You need your feet when you're a quarterback to be able to plant, to make off schedule throws, to, if you got to throw it harder, if you got to air it out, and just being able to, get his mechanics together. He needs his feet together. He needs to be, in good standings there. So,
and he also needs that offensive line. Keep them dudes off him for enough time to get rid of the ball. And Kyle, the shotgun is not necessary on every player. And Kyle said his presser today. He says, we work on bootlegs and rollouts. And I'm sitting there thinking, when, Kyle, do we work on those? When? We don't do them in the game. I just don't know.
Yeah. He definitely has a large responsibility. We can't put it on everybody else. We definitely got to give, and he's got to take ownership of it and actually make the change. You can take accountability, but are you making the changes? Are you making sure you're cleaning up your end? So now it's not on the coach anymore. It's on the players. Yeah. If the players are covering their bases, your responsibility as a coach is to cover your ass as well and to make sure you're giving them the best opportunity. And the offensive line not blocking, you can't do shit if the line's not blocking. The running backs can't hit any holes if there are none, if the line is not making any damn holes for them to hit. You know what I mean? It's all, it all goes together. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm glad Emmanuel's coming back. We need him. We need that presence. And he's one of the younger guys. And look at what we're talking about him like he's a veteran. This is a damn shame.
I know.
You know what I mean? But he's a great player, and I'm thankful that he's coming back.
And everything. But he earned his spot. Family. He's a good player. Great technique. I don't know how he went undrafted.
Absolutely. Yeah. Lastly, family, the Rams are going to come and try to put the knife in us, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So regardless of what their defense is looking like, they're going to come. They're looking at us like food right now, and they're trying to put the dagger all the way in and kill us off. Because once we get into that 4-loss territory, I mean, what are the odds of us coming back and winning consecutive games? It's a very, I mean, we don't even got to get, into the specifics. We know that's not going to be possible. So we got to get this W. This is a mandatory. It's been mandatory, but this is a mandatory W.
Yeah.
And we have to absolutely the last 2 weeks, fam. And Miami looked even a little better than the Eagles did, to be honest. So I mean,
and the Rams can look better. That scares me to death.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. And we haven't even got to the gauntlet yet, fam. So it's time to go, y'all. It's time to go, gentlemen.
Yeah.
It's time to go, man.
Oh, man.
Yes, sir.
As long as we don't
How you feeling? You sound like you're feeling optimistic. We need to be, because we can't give up.
You know what I mean? And I'm feeling like we can do it, but we have to get it done, fam.
As long as they don't start, you don't have to abandon it. If you can stay with the play, the game plan, and don't start the game off 21-0 or 21-3. That'll ruin the game plan in a heartbeat. And now you got to go to the air. And you know how many drops we had this week, uncharacteristically, because we haven't done that in a long time? 5 drops. 5. You know, you could survive maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3, but 5. And even Kittle, George, you never do that anymore. KB, maybe this is what he does. Starts the season off with drops. You know, I just don't know. Ayuk, I won't say anything about him. He's a rookie. But these guys have got to make those catches because Jimmy G's going to get flamed no matter what happens. But don't make it worse on him by dropping the ball. Catch the ball. So I know they felt bad. They'll make it happen this week. So
he's got to deliver the ball, and these guys got to catch the ball. Kyle needs to try and incorporate some of these other players. We got Jermichael. You know, start giving the damn ball. Give it to Jeff Wilson Jr. Start doing some different things, and don't try to put it all on Jet McKinnon, you know, in the backfield. Kind of spread it out a little bit. Quit being so damn predictable.
Yeah.
We got to spice it up, man. You know, it's time to open up that playbook.
And you can bet that's going to happen this weekend. Ellis, we got to go.
Yes, sir, family.
Tomorrow,
Always.
hopefully
Yes,
we
sir,
got
family.
Robert. We can find out what goes on with that. All right.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Shout out to you, Ronbo. Thank you again, fam, for the platform as always. And y'all stay faithful, man. We gotta stay locked in, and you know, we in this shit together. So let's take this ride.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Night, Ellis.
Much love.
Back at you. And Jason R. Thanks, Jason. Kyle is saving his best plays for the better teams. Hey, I hope that's true, Jason, because this is one of the better teams. Kyle is saving his plays for better teams. He's afraid to open up the playbook, thinking teams will figure him out. Make them stop us, Kyle. You know what? That has a lot of merit. You know why? Because we haven't played any real hardcore team, right? Remember you opened up the book against the Saints last year? He hadn't been running those plays. You could be on to something, Jason. Thanks for that contribution, Jason. Juniors, come on in.
Man, Ronbo, how you doing, brother?
I could be better, Juniors, but you know, this is what it is. If you're gonna be a football fan, you got to get ready to get mad a week at a time. We don't get 2-3 games a week. We got to get mad for a whole week. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, man. I haven't talked to you since right before the draft, and so needless to say, I'm not going to try to catch up. The draft went sort of like I wanted it to do. But Ronbo, I got three things to say about our team.
All right.
The first thing is this. I think Kyle is, sometimes geniuses are too smart for their own good. I think he tried to sneak a win this past weekend with Jimmy G. I think he knew Jimmy wasn't 100%, but it was the Dolphins. So he figured, I'm wondering if he figured, well, I'll get Jimmy in, we'll win this game, we'll have some momentum going into the Rams game.
Yeah.
And it just didn't work out that way, man. And, I started having bad thoughts. We saw what his father did to RG3, right? It threw RG3 out there when his legs weren't proper. And it's like, come on, man.
Ruined his career. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So it's like, don't do this. Second thing is, look, I'm 54, and so a lot of cats that I hear calling you, they're younger, they sound like they're 40 and below, and it's all good, nothing wrong with that, but it sounds like they have this fantasy football mentality that, you know what, let's just get rid of this player and get this player, and get rid of Jimmy G, and blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, no, pump the brakes, fam. Like, do you know what you brought it up? I'm so glad you brought it up. Do you know what they said about Steve Young for 2 seasons before he won the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
And then the year that, Joe Montana, Joe Montana looked like he was falling off. I mean, Joe wasn't always, the great Joe now. We can reminisce because it's romantic. But there were a couple of seasons that Joe looked feeble. But we can look back now. Look, Jimmy is the perfect quarterback. I think what you've said it, I've heard you say it at least a half dozen times. Kyle needs to change his system for his quarterback. When
That's
Jimmy came back and he was kind of footloose and fancy free and doing Jimmy, it was fantabulous. Same with Nick Mullins.
Yeah.
I hope a lot of these guys they call. I hope they don't have wives and girlfriends, because if your wife will mess up and you want to get rid of her, like Nick Mullins had one bad game. He had one bad game. Look, Nick Mullins threw for more yards in his starts. What was it like? He's the second highest or the highest yardage?
I think it was number one. You're right. It's funny you bring that up. Yes, he was the best of all time.
So my last thing, because I know I'm running up against time, and I appreciate you. Look, I love my wife. I am faithful to my wife.
Yes.
But sometimes my wife has a bad day. And you know what? We can be faithful. We can be faithful to our team. And look, we've had 20 entries on the injured list since September. 20.
Oh.
You know what? It's not. Is it wrong to say, you know what? Maybe it's just not going to happen. Maybe it's just not going to happen, and be all right with that. And just hope that our team is competitive. Because I'm going to tell you, you said it, Ronbo. The Rams are looking for some get back from last season, and so you know they're coming in, or we're going to them, and it's going to be. I'm worried. I'm really worried, and
they're gonna be fired up.
Yeah. So I appreciate you giving me a chance, Ronbo. Even though I don't call, I'm listening to you every time you're on the air. In fact, one last thing. I'm studying for my doctorate, and I was writing my thesis one night. And so it was the last time I called you, actually, and I recorded it on my phone, and I put it on my Instagram. It's like, when you're writing your thesis, but you got to call Ronbo. And I had about maybe 600 likes.
That's a huge, that's flattering. The man has got some serious business going on, but not so serious that he can't stop and talk football.
I had to stop. Ronbo's on. I'm sorry, baby. No, everything goes off. But listen, brother, I love you. Thanks for the time.
Thanks,
I promise
Julius.
not to wait until this month, and I'll be in touch with you, brother.
Yeah, I look forward to it, and good luck with that thesis. How much further you got to go?
Once this thesis is written, man, I'm hoping that it'll all be, looked over, approved, stamped, certified by spring of next year. I've got some edits to do, but
looking forward to
I'm in theology.
I'm looking forward to that, because this way I can call you Dr. Junius.
Yeah, you can call me Dr. Junius, man. And I'm doing theology, and trust me, so far this season, the 49ers have given me a lot to study in theology. So far.
God, yes. There's definitely a parallel. All right. Hey, Julius. Thanks, fam. Let's talk again as soon as you get a chance, all right? All right, Julius.
I will. Thank you, brother.
There he is. Julius, that is a special dude, boy. He's working on his doctorate. All right. And Clarence Molina, who says, run the ball, run the ball, run the freaking ball. Take pride, O-line, and handle your business. Captain, step up and lead your team into this gauntlet. Here we come. We're going to see a real display of character out of the 49ers this time. I got a feeling you're going to see something you didn't expect this Sunday. Gotta be. Seahawks. Thanks, Seahawks. This is, I'm betting against the narrative. 27-17 Niners. Wow. I wonder what this, what that, gosh, this would just make my day. I'm praying you win that bet. Hey, Jesus.
Ronbo.
Hey, Jesus. How you doing tonight, man? We're sitting there looking at Kyle Shanahan.
Man. Everyone in the chat's waiting for me, man. Everyone in the chat's waiing for me to get in the call, bro.
Because you can get all those certain people. Is my homeboy, are all your buddies' wives in there today, or they're just them?
Nah, man. I'm in there alone, bro. I'm feeling kind of lonely in here, man. You know what I'm saying? Normally, I've been making Patrick Mahomes, homeboy's mom, all nervous and stuff, man.
Oh,
but I'm actually upset, man. I came in here hoping like, hey, he was gonna be talking like some mad shit, but hey, he kind of got his medicine, man. He lost to the Raiders.
It took me a long time to stop laughing about that. He's been kind of humbled out. He's got about 14 different IP addresses, and he keeps on coming back on Twitter. I blocked him like 15 times, right? He comes in with a new name, but he still talks like himself. So I know who it is right away. But Jesus, let us not talk about trash. Let us talk about the 49ers. Kyle says he's going with Jimmy this week, and I said after the Miami game, Jimmy's out for at least 2 weeks. No! Kyle's going with him again this weekend. And Mike Mulgitchy says, don't blame me for what's going on out there. You guys look at Twitter, you see a couple of plays, and you're sitting back playing armchair quarterback. Shut up. I said, Mike. You got beat all day. We don't need to look at Twitter. There wasn't a few isolated cases. Every time you looked up, you were laying in the dirt. Get up. So, and also you got Moseley coming back, and that's a good deal. We won't be so weak in the secondary, hopefully. I don't know if he's going to be able to play, but yeah. Man, what are you thinking?
What I'm thinking, bro, is just say if we do bounce back, and we beat the Rams, and I believe we played the Patriots next, right?
Oh, and they're getting mad from getting beat too. They're going to be fired up because they're getting tired of getting beat. Did they win this past weekend?
Oh, I don't know. I think didn't the game get postponed?
Oh, that's right. So they're really mad.
I'm not too sure.
I mean, getting postponed, getting beat, But anyway.
There's no Thursday night game tomorrow.
Oh, were they going to play tomorrow? Okay.
I don't even know, man.
I didn't, because I never, for some reason, I can't take Thursday night seriously, because usually some conference game, and usually, so I didn't pay any attention. Yeah, so they'll make it up later, I guess.
Back on the Niners real quick. Back on the Niners real quick, bro. If we do bounce back, and somehow, somewhere, we're able to go in there. I think they're doing the 7th seed this year, and we sneak in as a 7th seed, man. Wow. The chances of us still playing the 2nd seed, man. We have no defense, man. Our defense is getting hurt, man. I'm kind of hoping, man, if we could just try to kind of trade Eric Armstead at this point, man. I don't care if the chat agrees or disagrees with me. I don't care who's in there hating on me. But we gotta let go forward.
Wait. When you make those kind of trades, okay, what are you gonna do to fill that gap?
Cap money, bro. Cap.
I know, but you still got your frontline defense is struggling now. If you get rid of Armstead, and by the way, he's rated in the top 5. I don't know why, but anyway, if you get rid of Armstead. You got to put something back in there, or that defensive front line is going to suffer. How you do?
It's been suffering though.
It's going to get worse.
The only one who's been balling out is Hyder.
Corey Hyder.
Believe it or not, it's only Hyder and Kinlaw. Kinlaw might not have no sacks. But he's adding the.
But he's creating violence. Yeah, there's the thing. You got next year. You got Nick coming back. I don't know what we're going to do about D. You got Kinlaw getting better.
But I cut that for already.
I know you got Ronnie Blair coming back soon. G.J. Jones is good. You need to be careful what you get rid of. Now you got to fill that void, because if Armstead and Bosa on the field at the same time, you got something good. If Kinlaw continues to mature, you got something good. D.J. Jones, the only thing we're worried about is that other edge, and that might be doable.
Yeah, and I was kind of hoping if we could just move Richard Sherman finally to free safety.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't care what people say. I don't care what people say. I think Richard Sherman will be the new Champ Bailey.
The only problem is they signed J-Dub. Oh, it depends on what you're going to do. You can move players out. I don't see the 49ers doing that. Sherman's going to have to play corner for at least another year. So we'll see.
He could do it, bro. Sherman could play he could definitely play corner one more year.
Probably.
But hey, I'd rather have Richard Sherman as a free safety to train the corners that we got.
I hear you. All right. Jesus,
And I totally agree with you. What you've been saying the whole night about we're not drafting the quarterback in the first round.
No,
People need to get off that shit.
They'll
Jimmy
never
G's
do
our
it.
investment, guys. Like it
Yeah.
or not.
Yeah. There's too many chances for a Trubisky in there. You know, you got to be careful with that first round pick, or Baker Mayfields and things like that. You know, hey man, hey Jesus, let me see you tomorrow, fam. We're looking for Robert Saleh to come in just so we can see what he has to say. I can't wait.
All right, real quick, man. Real quick. I like to give a shout out to my boy Chad Garrison and the boys in there. My brother, Shark Attack, man. All right, Ronbo, you have a good night,
All right.
man. Thanks for the platform, brother.
Hey, appreciate you, Jesus. You too, fam. Night. I thought he was going to go through everybody's mom again. Seahawks says, money is worthless unless you can share the love, even if you don't want to. Seahawks, you're a special person. Thanks. Christopher Hengler says, this week is Rams at 49ers. Oh, they are coming to our house. Okay. No fans, but going 49ers. Have a good night, fam. Thanks, Christopher. You know, every time look at baseball, they're allowing people in the stands. Some teams around the NFL, they're allowing at least a few fans. I don't know why we can't let a few. It's all up to whatever county. And Sarah County said, don't even think about it. Come on, Mark. What if we distancing and all that stuff? We'll have people at the front of the bathroom door monitoring, so only 3 or 4 people go in at a time. And no guys are going to stand next to each other in those urinals. Well, not on most guys. You just make a sign. Or else put signs on every urinal and said you can't use. It can be done. Come on. Beto!
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Oh, Bethel, man, we're sitting here getting ready to go into a situation where it's going to be really deflating. Bethel, we can't get beat by the Rams this week. Everybody's going to be heartbroken, you know? I mean,
I know.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. And you got Jimmy going in. Kyle says he's going with Jimmy this week. And he's going to, they're going to work as hard as they can this week. Don't tackle him. We got Moseley coming back at least, so our secondary might be a little solid. Spoon says he feels all right, but that doesn't mean anything. And pray for Mike McGlinchey, who's very pissed off that we've been talking about him, Bethel.
Hey, hopefully that will make him play a lot better and, make him, look like, okay, you know what, I got to prove these people wrong. So, let me play a lot better, because if he does it, then, they have the right to critique him and tell him he's not doing a good job.
Mm-hmm. We could be making him a better football player just by making him feel bad. Oh, God.
Yeah, so, and then plus I see some things in the game where I don't know if that's in the rule book, but, I seen a Dolphins player pushing our guy, so our guy couldn't get the ball, and it got interception. So, I don't know if, maybe they should have called pass interference, because they should let our guy go for the ball instead of try to get in front of him and hold him so he won't get the ball.
The refs.
I think I even seen the guy kind of hold his hands a little bit on our players. So.
We get beat up by the refs almost every week. I'm starting to get used to it, Bethel. And then that horse collar tackle they called on Brian Allen.
Yeah.
He was grabbing his jersey just below the top
where
the horse. I said, that's even the guys in the booth. Maybe you guys should review those kind of calls. He's holding him by the base. He's about 5 inches or 6 inches below the man's padding at the top, neck padding, right? You don't need that's not a horse collar. You gave him 15 yards on that. They scored.
It wasn't. There's a lot of bad calls on both sides, but, it was, they try to do that, to us, try to call, bum-ass plays. And, after that, it was already too late. They,
21.
Basically the first drive, there are penalties where, they should not even called it. But,
You know what, though? You can't – the officials are going to be the officials. They are who they are, and they're going to do what they do. But you can still work around the officials. You still be able to win ball games like we did last year. You know, it's just a matter of don't be in that position constantly where 15 yards is going to take you out of the game, because I've seen 15-yard penalties and it didn't really mean anything. They didn't even get him in field goal range. So we got to stop with that.
Yeah. You know, and, you know, another thing, you know, is, you know, one thing, you know, we expect from our players is, you know, to have them play hard. You know, as long as, you know, if you lose by, you know, 3 or 5 points, as long as you play hard, that's what you expect out of your players.
Mm.
You know, have them, you know,
I'm expecting that this weekend. Yeah, let's see, come on. I'm expecting that this weekend. I see a hungry Niners, especially offensively. I see a hungry Niners team. Even Mike McGlinchey, who's probably tired of people talking about him, he may have his best game this week.
No, and Kyle better dial up some good plays, because if he doesn't, he's going to be embarrassed like he did this game, and they're going to be talking bad about him. So I don't think he wants them to talk bad about him. And, you know, and a lot of, you know, fan base, you know, is going to be thinking, oh, why we sign him to an extension if he's going to be, you know, not calling good plays like he usually does.
Oh, you know? But remember, Bethel, sometimes Kyle may call a play, but I don't know if our guys, and I thought about this when I was always complaining about this, I don't know if our guys are executing as Kyle would have wished they would have. There was an NBA coach that made me laugh for about an hour and a half one time. He says, they asked me, what was that play that the team just ran? And the coach says, I have no idea. I've never seen that play before in my life. So you know what? It could be that every now and then, Kyle, if somebody asks Kyle, what was that? I have no idea. You know, I can see him saying that, you know, because sometimes our guys, the execution might be not exactly what it was designed to be, and they end up flopping something up. So at this early in the season, without a preseason, I think our guys are missing their cues a percentage of the time, Bethel. I really do.
Yeah, I think the NFL should have put a preseason and should have extended the NFL a little bit longer. You know, because that practice, those practice really is really hurting a lot of the league.
Right. You know, Bethel. We're out of time, though, Bethel. Let's see you tomorrow if you get a chance, will you? We're going to be all right, I'm waiting for Robert Saleh. If he comes in tomorrow, tomorrow. Yeah. Okay?
Yeah, and let's see what he says. Hopefully, you know, he doesn't like Kyle, you know, look like a
get off the channel, you bum.
Anyway, Bethel, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow, okay?
All right. And hit the like for Ronbo Sports. Even though you're a hater, hit that like.
Thanks, Bethel. Seahawks. Oh, my goodness. Thanks. Throw Jimmy under the bus. I say no, not yet. Nah. And you know how I feel about that, Seahawks. I think Jimmy's getting a lot of flack that maybe he's not all him. There's some other people out there taking advantage of this. Jimmy's going to get blamed anyway, so I can get away with this. And here he is. Let me shout him in here. Niners for the ride.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Oh, Rod, man, we're looking at that game. You know, the first 5 weeks has been a party. We were supposed to be 5-0, at least 4-1 after we saw, you know, my favorite team, them Cardinals, who get on my nerves like nothing else does. But them other whoopings, uh-oh. We beat two sorry teams. That's what's so bad, Rod. You know how that goes? Then you're walking around, 49ers, huh? Y'all can't beat nobody but the Giants and the Jets. Y'all, if you can play New York every week, y'all go to Super Bowl. Okay, you know what? Say one more word. I got my stuff right here in my pocket. I will gun you down. You know? So, I
guess my question is, I mean, despite their record maybe, so the Rams ain't sorry too?
Yeah, who they play?
I mean, they are the same old Sorry ass Rams.
Yeah. Didn't they lose this past weekend to somebody?
Man, I don't even know, man. I don't even watch Rams, man.
Because I
can't even tell you.
Yeah. But anyway,
I don't
Rod.
even know. I really don't.
I don't blame you. I get tired of trash talkers. If you come in the chat, if you feel like you want to deal with trash talkers, we got an army in here. But Rod.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing them.
But
they've been talking about Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence, trying to tank for quarterback, stuff like that. Man, we don't want Justin Fields, man. Justin Fields is a good quarterback in college, but I mean, tell y'all guys the truth, man.
Yeah.
Justin Fields, he from this city where I'm living now, Marietta, Georgia, out right north Atlanta. He's a good quarterback in high school. But see, the thing about Ohio State quarterbacks, let's just go by a list of the names.
Haskins.
Troy Smith, who was a former Niner. We had Cordell Jones. We got Justin Fields. I mean, and Justin Fields used to play for Georgia in the SEC, struggling pro-style offenses, man. He's his own scheming quarterback. I mean, he can probably fit in the system like that, but, I mean, I just don't see it translate to the NFL.
And people want Haskins to be for now. Trade for Haskins. I said, boy, Haskins, they dumbed down the offensive system in Washington last year. If he can't deal with that, he ain't going to be able to understand what Kyle Shanahan is cooking. Come on, man.
Right.
So, you know.
Yeah, and I mean.
And the 49ers are not going to draft a quarterback in the first round. They just don't rule like that.
We definitely won't go quarterback, I don't think. I think chances are. I mean, I'm just going to stick with it, man. Jimmy Garoppolo going to get better, man. I mean, I hear what everybody say. Okay, fine. Y'all did that same shit last year, too, when he went 13-3. All three of the losses, you talk bad about him, you trashed him. Even some of the wins, they trashed him.
Right. I was going to say, they didn't wait till a loss. People talk bad about Jimmy from week 1 till the Super Bowl.
I mean,
I couldn't understand.
I won't do it. Let me holler at you, but it's like for real. Now the base, man, come on. It's like if you're not complaining about Robert Saleh, it's Jimmy G. If it's not Jimmy G, it's Kyle Shanahan. If it's not Kyle Shanahan, it's a Killer Witherspoon. I mean, man, look,
you're not going to win every game. So, you know,
you're not.
You don't start firing people and throwing people out and trading them after every loss. It's just doesn't make any sense. But, you know, that's what we do. But Rod, what about this weekend? Here come the Rams. And Aaron Donald. I just found out the defensive pass rush is not all that. It's all about Aaron Donald.
But it's like I told you before, they the same sorry-ass Rams to me. To be honest with you, Ronbo. We need to stop them hesitating to let Raheem Mostert run the football.
Yeah.
If we get him the football, we setting ourselves up for the pass play. Then.
Yes.
We're not the type of team that do it the other way around. Pass to set up for the run. That's not us.
That never works anyway.
That's what Kyle. Yeah, you know, Kyle has been doing that lately, and it's like, why? Okay, I understand that you may be trying to gradually put Raheem Mostert in because of the injury, try to, you know, ease him into it. But it's like, okay, the man is averaging about, 5 a carry?
Oh, easily. Raheem has got to be 5 yards minimum. Yeah.
Right. And I for one, and I mean, no disrespect to Jet. Jet needs to get his touches too. But I, for one, think that Raheem Mostert has done enough to be coordinated the guy who just get the lion's share of the carries. To get this three-man head, I mean, what they call it, back committee approach.
Rotation.
I mean, it worked last year, but I mean, we got to go with as Kyle would say, the hot hand.
Hot hand, yeah.
And Raheem has been the hot man since he became the starter. I mean, hell, he wasn't even the starter last year.
Exactly. And
coming in relief of Coleman. Go ahead, Ronbo.
I'm just saying, let Jerick McKinnon run some routes. He's very good at that. Get him out in space because he will abuse a linebacker. Get him out there. Kyle calls it every now and then. Oh, man.
Like he used to do in Atlanta for Tevin Coleman.
Right.
It's like he used to do it, but he said he stopped doing it. I don't understand it either, Ronbo. We talked about that.
Oh,
yeah.
man. Rod, we got to go. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. I'm waiting for. Everybody's waiting for Salah. He's got a lot of questions to answer tomorrow, though. He needs to tell us why he started Brian Allen. He needs to understand. He's got to. The media's gonna tear him up. I just know it. They're gonna cross-examine him as if he was in a court of law.
Let me give you a score, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 49ers 17, and I'm gonna go Rams 9.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a game that we can win. But I think this is a game that's going to be a game that's going to be more about healing our morale.
All right. All right. I like that.
But we'll catch you on the next one, Ronbo.
All right, Rod. Looking forward. Are you ready?
Give me that exit, dog.
Rod. Come on, fam.
All right. Hold it down.
Yeah. Oh, man. And Jason, thanks, Jason. He's out of the left field questions. Why is John Taylor not in the Hall of Fame? You know, that's a conversation that needs to be brought to that committee too. 3 Super Bowls. Come on. Anyways, we're shocking the world Sunday night. Jason, you know what? It is going to be a shock, too. And then the media's going to go jumping off us. Well, the Rams may have woken up this weekend, and then maybe all it took was the Los Angeles Rams to come to town, as the Rams actually lost to the 49ers by 3 digits, and that we didn't expect. If the 49ers beat the Rams by 21 points, God, would that be a rush? And 724 in Pennsylvania, hello. 724 PA. I heard a sound. Hello. Hello. Hello again. Frank. Oh, I wonder what Frank this is. Hello.
What's up, Ronbo?
It's Frank. Frank, man, we're sitting back here and raking over the coals and Kyle Shanahan's media conference today, and Kyle said, yeah, I'm going with Jimmy. We're not going to tackle him, or we're not going to do anything. We're going to get some things. We're just going to go over the game plan and see what we got here. And hopefully, you want to say, Kyle, you're not going with CJ or Nick this week? And Kyle says, not only that, I'm not even going to tell you what. Kyle won't even tell you the depth chart anymore. If Jimmy has a problem this week, he won't tell you whether CJ or Nick's coming in. It's hush, hush. It's hush, Frank. And also, it's about, I'm so feeling so bad because I was wondering if he's ever going to come out of concussion protocol. He's wearing the blue shirt, running around practice now. So we may have, hopefully we'll have him back this weekend, Emmanuel Moseley. Yeah. And if you saw the press conference today and Mike McGlinchey had you laughing, you can talk about that a bit too. Because Mike McGlinchey, man, Mike, man, come on, man, you don't get mad. That criticism is warranted. Talking about, God. What are you thinking, Frank?
Yeah, Ronbo. We got to hold somebody accountable, man. Like. Start with the head, and the head is Cal. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember I said to you a couple of weeks ago when I said, we did too much talking. You know what I'm saying, about their revenge talk. And all
are you back on that again? Okay.
I'm just saying. I'm just
you got to get over that.
I'm not gonna say.
I just want to say that has nothing to do with what's going on here in Week 5, though.
No, I'm just saying overall, I'm just saying, like, I'm not going to say the Super Bowl hangover because we got too many injuries. So I'm not going to call it a Super Bowl hangover. But Cal, I don't think Cal wasn't prepared. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you watch the game, these teams that we played, they beatable teams. Winnable games, Ronbo. You understand what I'm saying? The teams that we played, they winnable. You know what I'm saying? They winnable games. Every game, our schedule, first 5 weeks was winnable games. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, if you watch the game, Cal never switched it up. You know what I'm saying? Of course, people are gonna stack the box. So you went away from the jet sweep. Like, when he just, like, certain things he just stopped doing, and then he wait to the last minute when we in a hole, then he try to run it. You know what I'm saying? We like, dang, Kyle, you should have did that like a couple of plays before. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta hold him accountable because he is the head. You know what I'm saying? So he knows. We need some type of either leader. So we need some type of fire, some type of spot. You know what I'm saying? Up under us. You get what I'm saying?
But you know what though? Like the offensive players are saying, especially Mike McGlinchey, they're throwing this year, being NFC champions and in the Super Bowl, they're throwing a lot of different looks at the 49ers haven't seen before, and they get caught up in it. Raheem Mostert, what he's doing, he's just so good. Most of what he's getting done, I think he's getting done on his own. We're going to have to see. I don't know how many different looks are possible, but the 49ers are seeing things they're going to have to remember and then make the judgments. Hopefully, it doesn't take 6-7 weeks because they're being surprised by a lot of Ds.
I mean, you gotta adjust. Like that's last year where we were. You know, we in a whole new year now. You know what I'm saying? So we can't have that mindset that we still riding on last year because you know what I'm saying? We got to come out and prove it this year so we can get to the ultimate goal. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, and then with Jimmy G, on the Jimmy G, I like Jimmy, but the thing is with Jimmy, I'm not gonna give you no excuse or no pass. If your ankle hurt, you was moving fine to me. So when you come on that field, all of us as fans, we expect you to go out there and do your job. If you can't do your job, don't go out there. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're going to get criticized. If you go out there and you see what I'm saying? So he bring that on himself. And then throws that he made, he was forcing it. He didn't really have no pressure. When he threw that interception, when he was trying to throw it to Jet. You had Debo on the other end wide open. You could have the one-on-one coverage. And you could have made that route. So that's all I'm saying. I mean, I like Jimmy. I'm not criticizing him, but if we do decide to go another route, which a quarterback is next season, I will go at Aaron Rodgers. That's who I will go at. That's what I was trying to get.
I can talk about, but some of these names people
I'm
bringing
just
up,
being real.
Yeah, that Rodgers might.
I'm going with Aaron Rodgers. He grew up as a Niner fan, and he would love to come over there and become a San Francisco quarterback. To play for our franchise.
Aaron Rodgers is a guy you can expect good things from, but some of these names that people are bringing up, you have taken yourself from the skillet into the fire. You know, if you don't like Jimmy, and then you bring this clown in, or get this kid out of the draft. And then, or you get this kid out of the draft. He's going to come in with a deer in the headlights for at least a year. So we don't have time for that. Yeah. The Super Bowl window is open now. If you're going to make a switch, which is a bad idea, and you get the wrong quarterback, it's over. It's over for God knows how long. That's why I say, give me a break with the switches. Oh.
Yeah, I was going to say, my key, if you go on a different route, Aaron Rodgers, man. We trying to win. I'm tired of going
I think
there.
his contract.
You know what I'm saying? My heart getting broke, every time, twice in a row. I ain't getting no rejoicing until '94. We beat the Chargers. That's my, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. I need a 2000 Manila, a new trophy, man. We need 6, man. I need a good memory as to why I'm older.
You'll get one, man. Frank. We're out of time, Frank. We got to go. If you get a chance, I'll see you tomorrow. As we're waiting for Robert Sally to come in. All right.
Okay, I'll call him tomorrow. Have a good one, Ronbo. I appreciate everything you do, man. I love you, man. And stay safe, stay blessed, man.
Thanks, Frank.
Okay.
Appreciate you, too. Night. Oh, God. And here he is, of course, because we've been talking about the Rams. So if you can't talk about the Rams and not have a Rudy. Rudy, come on in.
Ronbo.
Rudy. Since we've been knowing Rudy so long, it's like, it's not really unusual to hear him on the phone anymore. Rudy, your team coming up this weekend. I know you've got some things you want to say. Go ahead, get it off your chest.
Well, you know what? I was listening to the callers, and especially Ron. You got to tip you out to Ron. He's a big fan, Niner homer. But I don't know about that score though. 17-9. That's kind of low.
Well, yeah, that's true. That was.
But you know
Ron,
what?
With a D. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, Ron. Okay. But it seems like as the Niners lose, his voice gets lower. His voice gets deeper.
Rudy.
But you know what? Yeah.
Go ahead. No, I'm just saying. Be
But-
nice.
No, I was going to say, who told you that our defensive line isn't good besides Aaron Donald?
Somebody at the beginning.
Who lied to you?
Let me ask you. Somebody said your defensive pass rush is ranked around the 27th position. Is that true?
No, we got 20 sacks. We're one of the top defenses in sacks, and we started off slow. Donald barely got his first game. I don't even think he had any sacks at all.
You got 20 sacks total. You mean your team? And going into week 5?
Yeah, we got 20 sacks.
So you guys are averaging
to give
4
an idea,
weeks.
the Niners have 10.
No, how about
Donald almost has as many sacks as the Niner whole team.
Yeah, your overall defensive pass presence, defensive rush, you guys rank in the bottom tier as far as the pass rush goes?
No, that's not true.
Okay.
That's not true at all. The only game that was
Who other than Aaron Donald, run defense? Alex Faulkner says, no, I said running defense. Okay, you guys aren't good against the run.
Defense.
Oh, I know about your linebackers. I already checked them out. Okay, so you guys, your pass rush is pretty good. Well, that's not good for us because we don't have a good pass off on offensive line this year. So that could work in your favor.
But see, the thing about our team is basically our core is the same guys that went to the Super Bowl. So it's hilarious when we see, we got to talk smack to each other. But this is a Super Bowl Ram team. I mean, we got McVay, and you got Goff, you got Kupp, you got Woods. Unfortunately, Kupp didn't play in the Super Bowl, and the Patriots can thank the bejesus that he didn't because that's their guy that gets all the middle yards and the third down yards. But Higbee and Everett are coming on the tight ends. We got a running game with Cam Akers and Henderson. What other team can get rid of a Todd Gurley and still school these teams? I mean, people don't like to give Goff his comeuppance, but you got to tip your hat to the guy. He's playing better than he did statistically than 2018. And yeah, we played the NFC least, but we did what you had to do. I mean, when we played the Giants, guys were bored. Guys were looking at their phone, and I guess we can turn it on now.
Rudy,
we took them out.
Who'd you play this past Sunday? Giants?
No, we played the Redskins.
Oh, that's right. And you won that game.
Well, no,
right.
The Washington team. Yeah, the Washington team.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say, why do people keep still using that name? They're the Washington team. Anyway.
Washington team.
Yeah, you won that game. Okay. Well,
But we had them to 108 yards total offense.
Yeah, well.
And but we expected that. But
Rudy,
against the 49ers, yeah.
Now, I was say it's pretty funny, Rudy. Both teams have strengths against the other team's weakness. You guys got a good pass rush. We've got a bad offensive line. You guys aren't good against the run, and most is going to have a good time against that kind of thing. So we're going to see which one prevails in that. You know what? I'm starting to feel like this is a toss-up.
Well, it's a rivalry game, so we'll see. But I know you have visions of. This is when you guys had Bosa. You guys don't even have Bosa to bother Goff. But I know you have visions of Goff rolling out right, rolling out left, hitting Kupp, hitting Woods, hitting Higbee. It's going to be a nightmare, and you guys aren't going to be able to use Mostert because we're going to be up big. So. Rudy, you remember that last game last year, and our offensive line wasn't even what it is now. Our offensive line was our weakness, and actually these guys are close to our Super Bowl offensive line.
I got some of the best linebackers in the league. So you know what? I hope you guys do try to run. And as far as your passing game goes, I don't know. I kind of like that I got my secondary back in order. And I think it's going to be a little tougher for you to do the things you want to do. So I'm not. If you're trying to scare me, it's not working.
This Rams team with McVay has played all kinds of defenses that none of the defenses bother us. McVay will make some adjustments. But I want to throw this out, Ronbo.
What's your record right now? How many games you guys won?
We're 4-1.
All right.
4-1. But I want to throw this out though. When we compare McVay and Shanahan, remember this.
Yeah.
McVay. Last year he had a winning season. We were 9-7. We missed a field goal. We would have been 10-6.
All right.
McVay is on his way again, winning season. Shanahan had one fluke season out of 4, and you guys are going back to the
Rudy, okay, that's it.
To me, he's an offensive coordinator.
Rudy.
He should not be a head coach.
Rudy, pray that we don't get any of our players back, okay? Because what you're talking about now has nothing to do with talents. It has all to do with who has healthy bodies, okay? You're not better.
Well, look, you
okay,
guys.
Rudy, I'm going to hang up the phone now. We're going to go.
You guys are calling for
Rudy,
QB to be replaced.
You're getting off the
that
edge
gives
now
you an idea
with things that you know
guys.
and I know are not true. So that's enough of that. Anyway, we'll see you next time. All right. Night, Rudy.
Okay. I'll call in. I'll call in after we route you guys.
Yeah, we'll be looking forward to it. All right.
Okay. Okay. Bye.
Good night. He thinks he said something, don't he? Don't wait. Ooh. Okay. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Ronbo.
Tony, welcome to the program as the comedians are rolling in here tonight on the chat, and now they're getting on the phone, Tony. Can you imagine it? Yeah, this is what happens to you when you start losing ball games. We didn't have any respect from these people before, and now the respect has gone over the meter. You can't even measure it. But, Tony, we're not even worried about that. Things will be better. But, Kyle Shanahan is also he's not getting CJ involved this week. He's not getting Mullins involved this week. He's going to go ahead and go with a bad foot Jimmy. I don't know how you feel about that, but I'm hoping it works out. And the offensive line, Mike McGlinchey's been crying about people talking badly about him. I just hope him and his crew get it together.
He got drilled in the press conference.
I know. You just see him. He looks so pissed. People look at Twitter, and you get a couple examples from that or take a couple of plays. And, hey, Mike, you need to chill out. You guys, we seen you laying in the dirt all game long. It wasn't just a couple of plays on Twitter. But, hey, Tony, at least we got Moseley coming back into the fold this week. I don't want to see any more makeshift cornerbacks out there. So some good things are good. But what are you thinking?
I'm thinking Mel. I'm agreeing with what Mel said. And Mel, brother, if you're listening, you almost made me crash the truck. I was pissing myself laughing when he said, for a killer to go get a pap smear. But
Spoon.
Yeah.
A lot of people. God, Spoon.
I think this game's going to be predicated on how many times Aaron Donald can run through McGlinchey like a wet paper bag.
Oh God!
But so McGlinchey better be on his game. But I agree with Mel. I'd like to see Wilson Jr. on there. If you're going to run the ball, give it to a truck.
Yeah.
And Jennings as well. But I don't think he's going to make it.
He's not going to bring Jennings up. But you need a big, strong guy out there to block. Because you know how Kyle's offensive run game is. Everybody's blocking. So if you got guys like Jennings out there and Kittle. And also, of course, you got Trent Williams, who's got to bring his game up to straight. Or else get on McGlinchey's side. George and Williams will be fine on the other side. Get about 3 guys over there to help Mike out. My God, Mike, come on.
I think he needs to go back in the gym, Ronbo. He looks, he's got to put a bit more muscle on.
Yeah, he slimmed down
He looked
too
good
much.
when we first drafted him. He looked like a beast when we first drafted him.
He was. But you're right, he slimmed down too much.
I'm a bit worried about Shanahan because I watched the press conference. He looked shit-faced, mate. His cap was over the brow of his eye. His shoulders were slumped forward. He's looking down at the mic. You know what I mean? And
it's wearing him down, Tony. It's wearing him down.
I swear to God, he looked like he needed a shrink.
It does. Well,
he
didn't know he was going to lose Bosa. He didn't know Ford wasn't going to show up this year. Now he's got a quarterback with a bad wheel. Weston Richburg is like he's doing the Weston Richburg. He's not available. There's reasons beyond what he can do now. So he's got to figure out, put things together, and I don't know. Feel bad for him, but that's football. He should be used to that by now.
Yeah, but look, some of the guys are saying you got Wilson Jr. there, you got Jennings there, you got people that you can slot in to make a difference to the team to sort of like stem the bleeding a little bit. Why don't you do it?
Yeah,
that's the big question. Why don't you do it? I mean, we all know that. I mean, bugger the other teams because if you turned around and said to the Chiefs, where are you going to go without Kermit the Frog? He gets injured for the rest of the year. Game over.
Well, I can still run the team. I just need a little break. I mean, we had a bad game against the Raiders, but we'll be back next week. It's not a big deal. People shouldn't get worried about it.
Yeah. Look at that. Hey, everyone was laughing at Gruden last year, and look what he done to him.
He went and got a speedster, and I wanted that kid, Tony. I wanted Ruggs. I said, get Ruggs. We don't have a guy that takes the top off the defense right now, Tony, and that is going to be a problem. I knew it was going to be a problem. He's not going to use Ayuk in that way, but you need that speed guy. It opens things up.
The other thing is, Ronbo, how much flash money have we chucked around, thrown around? All this flash money, get this guy, get that guy, get this guy, get that guy. All that money that they've just spent now that's gone to shit. Wouldn't that have been enough just to keep the D-Buck on the team?
Which one?
I bet you they're sitting.
Yeah. It's interesting.
I bet you they're sitting around thinking
right?
to themselves, well, all this money that we spent, we could have just paid it to Buckner and kept him.
Or the defensive line, if we would have lost, I wonder. I really wish we could have kept him. But it was a matter of principle. Tony, I don't know if the 49ers want to pay $22 million to D-Buck. That was the thing.
Get rid of some of the baggage. I mean, Shanahan, I would just about bet my on it. Shanahan wants to, with the quarterback situation, this is my belief, all right, that one day he wants to trade Mullins and keep Bethard. There's something with Shanahan and the Bethard.
Yeah, I know. Maybe he knew his grandfather. I don't know. Tony, Tony, get back here tomorrow, will you? We're out of time. But yeah, I think there's some connection with him too. He's cradled and taken care of him like nobody else on the team.
Yeah.
All right.
All
right, Tony. I'll look for you tomorrow.
We'll see. We'll see what happens to Salah. Salah's out, by the way, Ronbo. He's not coming to the press conference. He's got a high ankle sprain.
He needs to be. They're going to be looking for him tomorrow. Oh, they're going to be looking for him.
I can't wait.
Have a good night. Have a great day, Tony. All right. Bye-bye.
Thanks, mate. Thank you. Bye.
Gosh. Salah, that would be funny. Salah comes limping in. Robert, what's the problem? High ankle sprain. Jason R., thanks, fam. It says Rams 28th in kicking. It may come down to gold. 28th. That's right. They don't have that dude that never used to miss anymore, do they? I saw him on another team recently. I was kind of shocked. Let's go back to 724. Pennsylvania. We're looking for Pennsylvania. PA. Speaking of PA, I am still wondering where is Yamin, I wish you could find out. I hope he's okay. And what about Justin? We haven't heard from Justin in a long time. And Justin, if you're watching, man, don't let us get in the chat. Let us know you're around or something. 510, hello. Hello, 510. Hello. All right. So anyway, hello. Okay. Somebody's just playing on the phone. And Justin Never's gone a couple of weeks. Justin, we haven't heard from Justin in a long time. I wonder sometimes when people get so mad they can't call anymore about the team. We go through these things together. We will rise above it. This is just, we're not. And contrary to what I say about Kyle Shanahan, I know he'll be fine eventually. Right now, I think he's a little bummed out by things. And probably things aren't going, like I said earlier, there are things the 49ers are doing out there offensively that I think he didn't call for. So you got to be patient with this. Fam, it's like I'm out of here for now, and I hope Robert Saleh does come up tomorrow. If he doesn't show up tomorrow, I probably won't either. But Robert Saleh is the guy I'm looking for. He's definitely coming in between now and Sunday. We'll see him. Boy, Bobby, got some questions to answer. Meantime, fam, hit that like. I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe. I know. Bring the Rams on. We're ready.